This is the Mean Girls Knit podcast. I'm Rebecca. This is my yarn. I feel like at this point it's like a main character, right?
That's all. Let's just look at it.
There's some up there too. There's some under
go.
here too, but it was so messy. Oh, isn't this cute? This is Trilogy Yarns. I got this in the canary colorway. I love it. All right, welcome.
It's very
I love it. I think it's fun.
muted.
Welcome back, Stephanie.
Hi.
Okay, and we live in the Pacific Northwest, Western Washington. I have 5 kids and 2 dogs. Wish I didn't. Wish I had different dogs. I like dogs, just mine are a little sketch sometimes.
They're very nice. Sometimes.
They're very nice sometimes.
They're dogs.
One's a happy idiot, and the other one is good.
The other one's good. I love the other one. I just watched
Right.
the other one for a week.
No, it was so fun for you, right?
It was.
Okay, so and you are?
I have 2 kids and 1 dog she's an idiot. So
She's very sweet. So anyway, this episode we decided to do a Stephen West extravaganza, a smorgasbord. He named a shawl that, and I thought it was really a fun word.
it was.
What did we
I
decide to
like
call? I know. What did we decide to call this? The wondrous woolly Westknits Whirlwind. That's the word. I keep thinking whiplash, but it's kind of will be, I think, because there's just so much.
There's a lot.
There's a lot. And when we first started talking about this, I thought that we'd I can't do this. I can't talk when I have to look at that. I thought that we would just have all the same projects, but as I was going through the Ravelry page for Stephen West, I was like, oh, we actually knit a lot of really different things. And so I love videos like this where people just like show all their shawls or all their sweaters. But we decided to do all of our Westknits. So
Yeah.
let's get started, I guess.
Well, you have more than I do.
have like a mountain. I have a Westknits mountain. It's
I
most
have
of
a
my stuff.
hill. It's very depressing. I thought I had a lot but then I got here and now I'm just sad.
You should make more. Hurry
I
up.
am gonna make more. I need to. Clearly, it's sad.
Okay, I'm just
sad.
gonna grab those. I'm gonna start at the top.
Okay, start on the top.
I knit some thigh lighters.
These are
I actually did weave in the ends. There we go. That was just dangling.
oh my cute. I want to knit a pair if we ever go back to Rhinebeck.
So I wrote the notes in my Ravelry page. I did not follow any of the directions. I changed up sizes. Oh, I did do the drawstring holes. I wasn't going to do drawstring holes, but apparently I did. I knit the ribbing too long. I changed needle sizes. I changed sizes. This is like the smallest size. And then this is like the 3rd size. And it just kind of grew. I used too small of needles. I didn't use bulky weight yarn. And I definitely did not do all the same color.
So you're just kind of thug life. Your shorts.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just kind of wung it.
You wung it.
I just kind of wung it. Marled some hot pink and neon peach. This was Targhee worsted. I don't remember where I got that yarn. Anyway, it's all wool. And I wore these in Salt Lake City when it was 102 degrees outside. And they actually were surprisingly cool. I didn't overheat. But they are too big. I'm probably never gonna wear them again because I don't like drawstrings, and they're too big, and they're an investment in my future. Your turn.
Oh, okay. Oh, I guess I have a sweater.
Ooh, what's that?
The starring.
Oh, I love that. I want to make that.
I love this so much. I actually made it out of most of it out of cotton. The gray is all cotton.
This is
grays
beautiful.
are cotton, and then everything else is just scraps. But it's one of my. Oh yeah. You're supposed to make these little star things all over the place, but I made a few, and honestly, they kind of look like a cat's butthole.
Yeah, they do.
So I stopped. Oh look, here's an idiot.
Go. Okay. Go away. Go away. It's my dog, not the children. I felt like we should say that. Shut the door.
Yeah, shut the door.
I'm on.
Okay, so yeah, this is my starring.
It's all seed stitch. I cannot believe you did that.
I absolutely love this sweater. It's one of my favorites.
It looks so good on, and I think this is one of the reasons I wanted to do this is because it is very wearable. When you wear this, it looks really cute. And in the pattern page that he made, where, you know, he shows off, it looks very unwearable, but it's actually really a good looking sweater.
It is. I love it. I love it on.
In fact,
I like that I made it out of cotton.
Your husband, Howard, said that it was one of his favorite sweaters that you've ever made. When you put it on, he was like, oh my gosh, that looks so good. Because it really, really does, even though it's got kind of that angle thing. And I think that the pattern has a button.
It does. I have a button on the back. I do. Even in the back. So the pattern calls for a button. I have a little dinosaur button. And then you have a little loop and you can pull it up. Sorry, my face isn't there anymore.
No, you almost hit me in the face with your elbow.
Oh, well, I was apologizing to everybody else, but not you.
It looks so good.
So then you can have that up and out of the way.
I feel like this could be a snack pocket.
Oh, maybe.
Like,
no, snacks would fall out.
I know, but you have to be careful.
Like, look at that.
I feel like you could make it with short rows.
I mean,
and you put dinosaurs on it.
Yeah.
Is this the sweater that you knit to go to the Salt Lake?
Yep.
A different stitches. Stitches in Salt Lake.
It's my stitches sweater.
It was so cute. It was so cute. It looks so good. You hit me in the face with that. Now I have fiber in my eye. All right. Anyway, moving on. This is cute. I actually want to make one of these, but I'm intimidated by all the seed stitch.
You should, and you should make it out of cotton.
I will not be doing that.
I mean, this is the only sweater I ever did out of cotton, as I'm like saying how great it is, but it was perfect for the weather. It didn't get hot.
All right, I'm just going to reach on the top. I don't really want to show. Okay. All right, so this is my Glam Lamb cardigan, and I don't think a lot of people have knit this, which is unfortunate because it's such a fun thing.
Inside out. There you go.
Okay, let me put it on, and then you guys can see what it looks like. I actually wore this to Rhinebeck last time I went. And
the only time.
The only time I ever went. I go to Rhinebeck all the time. Okay. Look at this. Check this sweater out. Okay. So you knit the sleeves. I think he knit the sleeves a different color when he did it. And it gives you kind of this, like, butt covering style. And the cool thing about this is that you can actually, I know, getting hit in the face, is that you can actually wear it upside down too. And that is actually really cool because I didn't weave in the ends. I literally wore this around Rhinebeck and did not weave in any of my ends. But it's great because when you wear it upside down, just get dressed here. Did I do it? I didn't do it. I can't tell. It's just a smorgasbord of stuff. Okay, so when you wear it upside down for real, no, I didn't weave in the ends.
Why would you?
I know, I just wore it like this. I actually tried to, remember when I tried to marl this with some fingering weight yarn, and it looked awful, so we had to like cut it out. It was so, did I end up casting on again, or did we actually sit and cut all of that out? I feel like it took hours.
Yeah, we sat there, both of us were sitting just cutting it out.
You can do this cool shawl thing, and it kind of, let's see, and then it's shorter in the back, and I think this is so fun. I've worn it exactly once.
This is a pom-pom, but it's just
it's, you can decorate it with pom-poms. If you don't weave in your ends, you can just roll them up and make pom-poms. Did I wear it like that?
You must have. You wore it, and this is,
I think this is so fun.
So you had like a pom-pom thing, yarn ball.
Anyway, Glam Lamb by Stephen West. I think this is one of his definitely underrated patterns. It's bulky weight, and it was like a last minute thing. Because I was like, oh no, I need another sweater because I'm going to be there for 2 days actually. Like that hit me like 2 days before we left. The downside of this is when you take it to Rhinebeck and you're poor and you only have a carry-on, is it took up a lot of room in my suitcase.
Yeah.
That was kind of a downside to that. Put that on my bed. So yeah, Glam Lamb. I thought that was really fun.
Sorry, keep sitting in my hair.
Okay. Something.
Let's see. So my one and only Westknits hat. Yes checks and DK weight.
I love this hat. Put it on and show us.
It's my favorite.
Is it a free pattern? I feel like it is.
Okay, well, I mean, like my hair.
It looks really good.
But it's one of my favorites. It's a little slouchy. I wear this hat all the time.
It's like a, what's that called?
I can't see.
You're fine. Okay. What's it called?
Yes checks.
No, I know. But what's the pattern called? Like that type of pattern where it's checkered? Pine needles in your hair.
Well, it's because I wear this one all
It's
practically all
so
winter.
cute. I want to make one of those.
You should.
Oh,
I love it. I wear it. So it's just like, it's a free pattern. So you just purl, knit. Kind of get a checkered.
What yarn did you use for that? Do you remember? I made it a long time ago.
She used to be in Shelton.
Well, that's helpful.
What's that yarn shop in Shelton?
Fancy Image.
Fancy Image.
She moved to Nevada.
I know. It's sad.
I love that color though. It looks really good.
Yeah, thank you.
It kind of swirled, but you can't really tell. That's kind of crazy. You can only tell on camera, honestly.
Yeah.
It's more noticeable on camera than it is.
But it's seriously one of my, favorites. I need to make another one because I wear it. It's my most worn hat. I need to make another one.
It looks so good.
Thank you. But yeah, yes, checks. It's an awesome pattern. And I did it. I wasn't even as fast of a knitter now as I was then. I'm sorry. I'll put my hair up.
It's staticky.
But no, it's just everywhere. I think I knit it in like a day.
It looks really good, and I like that it is so wearable. Like, a lot of Stephen West patterns have that, like, not wearable aspect to them, but you could definitely get away with wearing this in public and nobody would question it.
Yeah.
And it's free.
Well, I hope not. I don't know. I wear it all winter long.
Well, if they question it, they don't do it to your face, I guess.
Probably.
I mean, nobody said anything.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever said anything to you about your Westknits in public?
Yeah.
What'd they say? Was it mean?
No.
Oh.
But yeah, people commented. Usually nice things like, oh, I like your shawl, or I don't know, sweater.
I've only had one person say anything to me about it, and it was when I was wearing Glow with the Flow, and she was like, oh my gosh, what pattern is that? So she was a knitter too.
Oh.
And obviously it looked like I made it.
The worst part was like, when I was knitting this, I was doing it at my son's speech therapy, and I got a lot of looks, and one of the therapists there was a knitter, and I was like, she's like, that's interesting. I'm like, I like to knit art pieces.
That's honestly the best excuse you can possibly give there.
And she was like, oh, okay. I'm like, I don't like to knit.
Okay.
I'm boring things.
I don't really like knitting. I'm always like bored.
Yeah, I don't think I like knitting either. I just think I like having knitwear.
I like having a pile of unfinished knitwear. It's my favorite thing. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and not go off the top. I'm gonna show my Speckle and Pop.
Oh, are we showing our ugly shawls?
The ugliest thing I have ever made, and it's so embarrassing that I even thought this was gonna be a good idea. Hers is ugly too. Yes. And it's not the pattern. I think the pattern was actually super cute.
There were a lot of cute ones.
The yarn choices were a mistake. But the reason we made such bad choices is because it called for like 3 skeins of fading yarn and then 5 mini skeins that all were contrasting, and we didn't do that. And then at the very last second he was like, oh, you don't need contrasting, you can just use a 4th skein, like with 7 days notice. Well, thank you, Steven. So I bought a fade online, and it started out really cute and fun, and it just got weird, and I don't like orange and red in my knits. And then I picked orange and red for reasons I don't know. Okay, so yours is also ugly.
Mine is also ugly. I was like, I wear a lot of gray and black, so I was trying to pick colors that would go with gray and black. So I was like, I'll do a yellow and gray shawl. I
said that's a good idea. I signed off on this. I thought this was fantastic.
It turned out very dingy and gross. I've never worn this.
This is the ugliest thing I think you've ever knit.
Yep, this is the ugliest thing. And are the ends woven? Nope.
Not even a little bit.
I'm not going to either, because it's too ugly for my time.
It looks better on camera, but it's not cute.
It's not. It looks old. It looks old the minute I finished. It was like, oh my God, is that like your freaking grandma's?
It looks like you found it in an attic.
Yeah.
After it had been in the sunlight in a really unflattering way. Like, so ugly. I think mine's worse, to be honest. This is not cute.
Not at all. It's
but you did the brioche version. Oh,
did you not do the brioche version? Oh, you ended early.
I ended early because honestly, it was taking me so long, and then I did the calculations, and it was going to be like 32 more hours to finish the brioche section because there were so many stitches, and I already hated it, and it was so ugly, and so I just didn't finish. But my Speckle and Pop, it was a mystery knit.
You know what? I finished it though. I did. I finished mine.
I know. Good. Congratulations.
Thank you. I was very proud of that I suffered.
I cut mine short, even though that wasn't really a choice given. Because I was like, I will never wear this. It's absolutely hideous. So because I'll never wear it, no one will ever point out. the fact that I finished early, except for me when I'm showing you guys. Okay, this is the ugliest thing I've ever made.
Yeah, this is pretty bad. This looks like that, like, 80s couch.
Oh,
With
yeah,
the
that's what we
floral.
were calling it. It's an 80s couch. I got this yarn from Whip Yarns.
Was that 70s? I don't know.
It's so
Whatever that
ugly.
floral couch came out.
And I want to knit it again, but I actually don't.
I will never knit this again.
I like having the piece in my collection because it was a mystery knit along. But it's the worst thing I've ever knit, ever. I actually like all the colors individually.
Yeah,
Like, when I first started, I really loved it because I was getting like all of the apple cinnamon fall vibes. And I liked this too, and then it got into this, and I was just like,
brown,
this is
orange, red.
so bad. It's so bad, and it just kind of got worse as it went along.
Yeah, it's bad.
And I know that people are going to comment and be like, those are so cute. They're not actually ugly. Well, that's your opinion, and if you like these yarns, you can feel free to knit it in this, I guess.
It's so bad. Like,
I guess,
but the yarn is good because I've used all of my leftovers in other projects, like individually.
individually, they're all great. This is Chasing Rabbits.
Yeah,
And,
she's not chasing rabbits anymore.
Did she change?
Yeah, she had a company.
It's not, I don't like shawls, and a lot of them do this, where they have the edges that are kind of, you know,
Like
what are
a
those edges?
freaking, what are those, like, those neck things from the
They give clown vibes.
clown vibes?
Like,
yeah.
I don't know, you look like a clown, like a really ugly vintage clown from your grandma's attic. If that was a thing. And it's not you. But like, look at that. See that, like,
Yeah, no,
clown collar thing it's got going on?
Yep.
Sorry, Steven. Somebody's going to be like, oh, go watch the Steven West Whirlwind. I can't think of a different word. I always forget what we decided on. And he's going to be like, that's hurtful. It's not the pattern.
It's not the pattern.
And it's not the yarn individually.
It's the yarn with the pattern.
I don't know how it works.
It's the combo.
I don't know how it went so bad. It's so bad.
Other people's are so good too.
I know. I really love the ones that are like white to black and then with neon.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I should have done.
I should have done a lot of things differently. It's bad.
It's so bad.
Yeah, I would do everything different if I were to ever make this again, but I will not be doing that.
But you know what's funny is that I love the speckle and pop jacket. I think it's
I
so
know,
cute.
but I can't bring myself to do it again.
I have to do it again. And honestly, okay, this was the mystery knit along, and this entire section right here, this fade, was 1 week. Dude, I knit for like 16 to 18 hours a day, and I barely finished. It was
barely
crazy.
finished it. It was insane.
This is so, like, look
And
at
then
that.
at the end, he's like, "Oh, by the way, you should have just carried up your stripes."
He did say
cut
that.
them all the time.
Look at that. Look how ugly that is. It's just like, see?
Yeah, it's ugly. I agree with you.
It's so ugly.
It's very ugly.
Oh my God.
It's very ugly.
No, and so if you comment and say, oh, it's not ugly, first of all, A,
Get glasses.
your taste is questionable, and B, that's not going to make me feel better. I'm not going to be like, oh, so-and-so said it's cute. Like,
No,
it's bad. It's bad. Okay, I'm going to grab one.
Oh,
Because I have so many more than you.
You have more. Go for it.
Okay, so this is the Unicorn Parallelograms scarf.
I'm really sorry.
And I love this. I've actually worn, I have got compliments on this when I've worn it.
I love it.
I love these 3 colors together right here.
I love the name of this one. It's called macaroni and cheese.
Oh yeah, it is. And this is, I don't remember what these are. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I made this
I know,
with
neither. I
my
just
very first
like
advent. It's Madeline Tosh. And Stephanie got it for me for my birthday 1 year, and it was great. Have you bought an advent calendar this year?
Nope.
I got Yarn Cafe Creations.
I know, she's doing the Disney Princess one.
And I got something else. I don't remember.
So
what I
Happy
got.
Jane?
Oh, I got Dandelions and Daisies.
Oh,
So anyway, I made this. The border here is the 25th day, 24th day. So I love this shawl so much. But one of the problems I ran into was not reading the pattern because they're all the same. And I just didn't read it as I went along. And so my stripes actually just got bigger and bigger and bigger to the point that I was running out of yarn every day. And I'm like, why am I running out of yarn on these last couple days? Well, because I didn't read the pattern and they just got larger and larger.
You know what, though? It looks good. I love it.
Love this. I think it's so fun. This was an advent calendar knit. Unicorn Parallelograms. I definitely recommend it for an advent calendar. It is so long and so fun. And it's beautiful. And it's one of my favorite things I've ever made.
I need to make, I started one.
Yeah, that's where I got the idea from, is you started one.
I
Did you actually start, or did you just
No, I
lay out
actually
your yarn?
started.
Where is it? Why didn't you bring it?
Because
I brought my unfinished ones.
I didn't bring my unfinished ones. I have,
Oh, well,
I
that's
only
why
have that parallelograms, and then I have a sweater that I'll never finish.
Which one?
The bubble sweater.
Oh.
Cardigan, the bubble cardigan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll never finish that. So it was, I wasn't even going to mention it, but here we are. I started that, and I got one piece done.
It looked good, though.
It does look good, but it's,
Okay.
I want it, but I don't enjoy knitting it enough to do it. Do you want to show
Something
another
else.
one?
Do I want to show another one? I made a dotted raise.
I made one of those too, but I gave it to my mom, so I don't have that.
A lot of those. So I dyed this yarn myself, except not the solid that came that way. But I dyed the yarn myself, and not intentionally, I had this fade going on. And I did this before people were fading. I'm the original
You did it
fader.
before it was cool.
I did it before it was cool. I didn't even know what to call it. I think this is so fun. I love the neon bind off. I bound off with Edison bulb. I didn't weave in any ends, and I've never worn it.
It's the back.
This pattern is so... Were we showing on the back?
You were.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I think this is so fun, and it's such a good pattern for beginners. I definitely was more of a beginner when I started it.
I want to knit another one.
I think it's so
Because
fun.
I want one for my collection, but the one I knit, I just didn't love. And my mom really liked it, so I gave it to her.
I thought this was so fun.
It is fun.
The short rows make it go by really fast.
Yeah, it's good TV knitting.
Yeah. And it's really easy to tell if you made a mistake because they're supposed to all line up. Did I make a mistake? Oh, yeah. Something eats my knits on a regular basis. That did happen. That's okay. Don't stretch it out.
I'm not stretching it out.
Yep.
It's just
I
big.
think I already knew about that. But see, it matches.
You could sew around it.
I know,
so it doesn't get worse.
that's what I'm going to do. I'll sew around it so it doesn't get worse. But it, like, fits.
It does.
Right? With the holes.
Yeah, it lines up perfectly.
It's fine.
Yeah, yep. Just look like a homeless bum.
It probably was a hole, and then some mouse. We had a mouse problem for a while, and they got into my knits before I could stop them. I didn't know that they liked wool, and it was a problem. Okay, what else do you have?
I have the bubble cow, which as soon as you released the pattern, I was like, I need that. So
Yeah.
then I messaged Rebecca, and I'm like, knit this with me.
Oh, I have a drop stitch.
It's gonna be fantastic. And she was like, all right. So
I did do that,
that's
yeah.
exactly how the conversation went. So I knit the bubble cow, and it is the warmest cowl.
I love these so much. I wear them in the wintertime. If I go on a walk, I wear them.
Yeah, it's great. I wear them to the track and football games with my kids.
I love that you can pull it up over your head if you're really cold, and I have no shame in doing so.
I do that. I sit there in the bleachers because it gets cold and windy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Look at that. Look how great that is. Like under your coat.
And you don't have to weave in any of the ends.
No, you just put them in there.
Just put them in there and sew it up. This is the best cowl.
And you never have to purl, right? Yeah,
No,
you just
you-
knit
no.
bubbles. And I did mine and couldn't. No, my hairs are gonna be all messed up. Well, it's
I
fine.
kind of left that because it was like, nope.
Favorite. And I knit one for Mom too,
Yeah,
because she wanted one because they're so great.
they are. She would steal mine at the games.
Does she wear it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these are amazing.
These are amazing, and these are a perfect gift knit. Even if you wanted to do it in less crazy colors, I think that would be really cute too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so great. And such a smart pattern.
It is. I think, seriously, if you live anywhere cold,
I have regrets.
you
on
have
mine.
regrets.
Yeah.
Why?
I used
On your color choices?
Yeah.
or-
I used a color choice that I regretted. I don't remember. I don't regret it that much. Obviously. Or maybe it was on Mom's. I think I did one on Mom's that I hated and I just didn't repeat it, so she's got this random ugly color. I don't even remember the colors I did for her, but I did purple and pink and gray because that's my favorite colors that I always use.
I don't know. I just grabbed all my worsted and DK scraps.
Yeah,
and
but look how good they all go together.
for some reason,
It all worked out.
it worked out. So this is all worsted and DK. Like,
It looks like, look at this. My color sense is not that great. I would never do something like that, but it just came out so good. Oh, the bubble cowl.
I love it.
Stephen West, obviously. Everything we're showing
Yes,
is by Stephen West,
but-
unless otherwise specified today. All right.
But that's a favorite. I wear that all the time.
Oh, one of my favorite Stephen West knits I've ever did is called the Pandemonium, and it is a sweater, obviously, because I just said that.
This is your Stitches sweater, right? I did the starring and you did the panda.
Yeah, this was my Stitches sweater.
Oh, look, isn't that beautiful?
It is so great, right? No, okay, so
pink brick.
look at that. So there's not supposed to be bubbles, but there's supposed to be stars, I think. And
is it the butthole stars?
Yes. And I didn't do that. Now, so you knit it flat. You start from one sleeve, you knit to the other, and then you do the same thing, and then you sew it up. And there's no collar, which I love because it kind of hangs off my shoulder. It's really cute.
I love it. I want to make one.
The thing I didn't like about the pattern, the panda, I thought that the panda pattern was going to be included. That's why I bought it. And it's literally just put a panda on it.
It's like, picture of the panda that he suggests is like this big.
It's like this big. And it didn't have, there was no helpful information at all. He was just like, I don't know, put a panda on it. See what happens.
Thanks.
So my daughter can draw somewhat. So I showed her the picture and oh my God, I have hair in my face and it won't move. Showed her the picture and I was like, please draw me a panda. And so she did. Now here's what happened with the sweater. Is I was on a time crunch. We were making our sweaters and it was like Nailed It and Project Runway at the same time. We were making all kinds of crazy stuff for Stitches.
Yeah, it was.
So I ran out of time, so I ended up doing felt and googly eyes. I forgot I had googly eyes. And I just hot glued them onto my sweater. Some people would be appalled by that. I don't care. And I stitched with an alpaca and I just randomly, you can tell that I got lazy in some spots. And then the felt, or the, I think it's felt. This is the bubble wand. So I had the idea to do the bubbles. So I hot glued a bubble wand to it. I am not about hot gluing my knits. I don't care.
No, it's genius. I think it's great. I'm just like remembering like that night before our flight and we're just like, her kitchen was, I felt bad for her.
We were just hot gluing stuff.
Yeah, it was.
And so I did these cute beads and honestly they've stayed on, which is really surprising. Everything has stayed together, but they're beautiful. They're pink and pearly white and it just, I don't know if people got the vision with the bubbles.
I don't know, but I love that also. I don't know. I think the sleeves were.
I did those sleeves in black and white because I thought that would be really fun. You add those later, I think. I can't remember. Maybe you don't. And I put these panda buttons on the sleeves and that didn't really work out. I'm going to try to remove them because...
Are they hot glued on?
Yeah, they're hot glued on.
I don't know why I asked. I know they're hot glued on.
But this one kind of got sad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of like disappeared. And so I'm going to remove those. But honestly, I love this sweater. I think it is so fun. But what I did for this was I only knit this on Mondays. I started early. I only knit it on Mondays because knitting it flat like that was so boring. I think it's on size 10. It's worsted weight.
You did it pretty fast for only Mondays.
Pandemonium. Well, it's on size 10s Mondays. But I love the way it fits. Maybe I'll just throw it on real quick and y'all can see. I was going to wear a tank top, but I don't want people to see my armpits.
I was going to do the same, but I didn't for the same.
But what?
I didn't do it for the same. I'm like, I don't need to be flashing people with my armpits and my...
Right, exactly. So you can see that the neckline is pretty big. And I like that it can just kind of like casually like hang off my shoulder. Casually, as I put a lot of effort into it. Casually hang off my shoulders. There's no bottom ribbing. There's not supposed to be. It's just very...
It looks really good on. And I really want to knit one.
I think it looks so cute. I love the big neck. I love this. I really love this sweater. I just love it. I think that it's one of my favorite sweaters I've ever made.
It's so crazy because the starring is one of mine. Like Salt Lake, pick perfect ones.
Salt Lake was chaotic. Just getting there.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was so fun, and I need to make that sweater.
This. What else was I gonna say about it? I don't remember.
What yarn did you use?
Cascade. In the like bubblegum colorway or something.
I love it. I think
it's so cute. But the other thing only thing I don't like about the sweater is that the bubble wand is really you know what bubble wands are like. They're kind of scratchy. I'm worried about it like snagging some of my other knits, so I have to be more careful with this one as far as like keeping it securely away from all my other knits because I wouldn't want holes in my knits. Yeah, God, that would be the worst thing ever.
That would be so embarrassing.
So embarrassing. All right, now go ahead. Grab something. Grab something I don't have. Oh yeah, I could do half that though.
You have a finished one?
No.
Yeah, suck it, nerd. All right. So in 2020, I knit like 4 Westknits sweaters, And this was one of them. It's the Marled Magic, and I really want to knit another one. You guys, I knit this in a month.
It looks so
and
good.
I love it so much. I wear it all winter long.
I love the sleeve. Is that how it's supposed to be?
Yeah.
Okay, put it on for us.
Okay. And
You used all gray mohair and mostly white and gray yarn.
No, all white mohair.
All white mohair and mostly gray and white yarn.
Gray and white yarn. I have some gray mohair in here, but yeah, for the most part, I went for
this sweater is amazing. And did you do knit picks or did you go fancy?
No, it's knit picks. Knit picks Aloft white for most of it. There's some like hedgehog, like gray.
Dude, it looks so good
in there, but like this is like Hannah made it, and I don't know, you guys. Sorry.
I love it.
I kind of got to show it like.
No, go ahead.
But
it's amazing.
I can't see.
That's okay. You're doing good.
But yeah, I just went for a color palette and went with it.
And I think this is a perfect example of a Westknits that's kind of crazy in the pictures, but actually wearable. Yeah. Like you could wear this in public and people aren't going to say too much about it because it's so monochrome.
Yeah, I love it. I know I keep saying that. Like, I love it, but it's so wearable, it's so warm, and it's so comfortable. And the sleeves are that, I don't know. I just turned out really...
I've knit half of that sweater twice.
You really need to make... I want to make another one.
I knit half of it twice. I brought it to show... Oh, yeah, sorry, it's in a plastic bag. I brought it to show. So I had this plan. I was going to do green and purple. And that didn't really work out.
What's wrong with it?
Okay, I'll tell you what's wrong with it. This raspberry section. I hate it. It ruined the whole sweater for me. But I decided that it ruined the sweater for me long after I was like almost finished with the front. And I ended up actually wanting some of the yarn though. So I cut it out and unwound it. Because you can't unwind the entire thing, right?
I know, but I was just thinking like you could just keep going.
So
but now you can't.
I literally cut it out. Because I wanted the yarn. It was cute. It was a good piece.
It was a good piece. Nothing. You're awesome.
Because it's lace weight and fingering held together, it's not exactly something that you can just undo. And it's such short pieces that it really doesn't work. I love this though. Yeah. I might cut that out too. I loved it.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with it. You should.
Fine.
I highly recommend this sweater. It's not boring because you knit it in sections.
Yes.
And you're changing yarn and different stitch patterns with every section.
Oh,
there's seed stitch. There's
so good.
Brioche.
I love it so much.
I
love the little pops of neon in it. Like that's just so fun to me.
I love it. Oh yeah.
I love it.
A little bit of neon. What else is there to say about sweater? I think I did. I will never weave in my ends. That's never gonna happen. I wear it with the ends hanging out, and I'm totally okay with that.
Did you use size 6 needles? What size needles?
I don't know, but I know that I did fingering held with mohair.
So the first one of these I knit, I threw in the garbage. I hadn't thought about cutting out the pieces I liked. Because there's 2 sizes. One is made, it's the same pattern. One is made with size 6 and one is made with size 8. I started on the size 8 and it was way too big. Way too big. It wasn't going to work. I knit about half of it and I did mine in blues and greens and it looked really good and I loved it. But I was like, oh, I'll just knit it again in size 6s. So I threw it in the garbage.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it hasn't worked out well for me, but I do love it.
I'm sure I probably knit it on, honestly, I probably did it on a size like 6s or 7s. I'm a tight knitter. But yeah, it was just 1 strand of fingering with 1 strand of mohair.
It looks so good.
But no, I'll just...
It looks amazing.
Thank you.
I really love it.
It's one of my favorites. Like I said, I wear it all winter. You should knit one.
So let's see, here's something boring. I knit the boneyard shawl, and I know a lot of people love the boneyard shawl, but I don't. And I just knit it because I wanted to have it and I had extra yarn laying around, but it's not very big. Mine is kind of tiny and I didn't care. And there you go. It's got pearl rose and I probably could have made it bigger, and I don't remember if I folded the pattern all the way.
It's very nice. You should wear it. Just
But
like that.
but I'm showing it because I did knit it. There's nothing wrong with the pattern. It's just a lot of purling and
It's
free.
beginner knit. It's not.
It's free. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just something I made because I was like, oh, I want to have Stephen West shawls. I'll make that. I think I used DK weight yarn. It's silky, and I probably should just give it to one of my kids, like Molly or Kara. They probably like it.
Probably, yeah. And it would be a good size for them too.
They like wearing my shawls when I let them.
I do not share my knits.
Oh, you have these? Is that the same yarn? No.
No.
I didn't make this. Okay.
I don't remember what it's called.
I think it's called Glacier Sweep.
Oh, it is. Yeah. I knit Glacier Sweep. This is Malabrigo. Sock yarn. I have no idea the colorway. It's a slog, I guess. It took me 2 weeks. I knit it in 2 weeks when my husband was gone.
It reminds me of boneyard, but a different shape and yarn overs instead of those long polos.
Yeah. There's sections of stockinette and then sections of garter.
I love this because you knit this a long time ago, and I'm like, oh, look at my boneyard. And I feel like you can kind of see as we go along, even though we're not in order, an evolution of our knitting.
Yeah.
Like, I would never knit this today. I'd be like, oh, that pattern's going to get hidden.
Yeah, I wouldn't knit this again. Because I'd look at all that stockinette and be like, no, thank you.
But yeah,
But I did, and I definitely wouldn't knit this in 2 weeks. Let's just...
I love the border. And you know what's funny is before we got into Stephen West knits, we definitely both hated garter stitch.
Yeah.
I remember I was going to knit something, and you're like, yeah, but all that garter.
Yeah, now I'm like, all that stockinette.
All that stockinette. Oh.
But, yeah. I like it. Okay. I wear this one.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's not...
There's nothing wrong with it. And it's a nice size. Did you block it? It feels blocked.
Yeah, I blocked it. And yeah, it's not a bad size. I wear it in the winter.
Yeah.
I mean, it
looks good. It looks
There's
good.
nothing... It's okay. It's not a bad shawl. I wear it. It's, I think the pattern is very potato chippy. There's just short rows in stockinette and short rows in garter with all the, oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
With all the holes in it. Did
you bring everything? Did you make a doodler?
No, that's on my to-do list.
Okay, so my very first Stephen West project was a doodler. And I made this because I didn't know what else to make, and I really hated Stephen West at the time. I think we both did. Because he had the exploration station, and like it's peach, but only his eyes are showing, and it was creepy. It creeped me out. And
yeah, his pictures weren't very...
They were creepy.
They were kind of weird. It made it hard to like want to knit it. It's kind of like the Marled Magic, and like these are wearable sweaters, but his pictures make it look like an art piece that you can't wear.
It just creeped me out. I'm sorry, it creeped me out. And so I was like, I didn't know what to make, and I decided to do the mystery knit along that he had that year, the doodler, kind of as just like, oh, let's see how this works out. And Stephanie literally said, good luck with that. Direct quote. And so, but I didn't want to actually use nice yarn. Not that I had access to nice yarn. So I had some knit picks laying around, and I was like, well, I'll just dye it. I didn't know what I was doing. I just threw some food coloring in a pot, and I was like, whatever it looks like, I do not care. It actually didn't come out that bad. So here's what this doodler looks like. I didn't dye the...
Have you thought about washing your knits?
No, I used this as a baby blanket for my kid for a while, and I think she spilled on it or something. I wiped up something. I wasn't, no, this is dirty. I don't care.
Oh, just grab my shawl to clean up your mess with.
I don't think... I don't like it. I think I just used the pink. I didn't dye the pink. There's no way. And I ran out of yarn when I was doing the speckles. Oh, it's really visibly dirty.
I know, so I was like...
Let's look at the other side. Okay, so anyway, I think it's better. No. Okay, so I dyed this speckle with food coloring.
But I feel like a lot of people, when it ran out of this...
Yeah, a lot of people did run out, and so I just used the mint color that I had dyed. And I dyed this blue for the thing. I didn't do the... Oh, yes, I did. We're just looking at it backwards. I did do that. I thought I did. I was kind of surprised. And I bound off in mint. And so I hate it, and I don't like pink and teal together. It just is what it is. And I wrap my kids up in it. But I love that shawl. And I think it's so fun to make. I don't think you've seen this. And so I made another one.
I haven't seen it since you finished it. Oh yeah, I'm sorry guys. I got like mohair.
This one's not dirty. And obviously I didn't run out. So I think this is a lot smaller.
It is a lot smaller. Did you use a smaller needle?
No.
Must have.
No.
You just
I didn't.
tensions got
So
higher?
this is Dream in Color, this purple, and then this is So Happy Jane in the Blossom colorway, and this is Yarn Cafe Creations in the Grapefruit colorway. Did I weave in the end? No, I didn't. But I also did do these little pokey things right there. I don't know what they're called. The picot things.
I want this shawl in my collection. I'm
think
going to knit it one day.
I think it looks good on you.
Oh, thanks. Maybe I'll just take it home.
Dude, I love this sweater. I love the color combination. I actually had it for a long time in my collection altogether, waiting for this. And I didn't want to knit it because it was too special. And then last week or last month when I trauma dumped on you all about my shooting problem, I got home from that and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to knit whatever I want. You could die in a mass shooting tomorrow.
That's right. Knit whatever you want.
Knit whatever you want. Oh, my legs are going numb.
Yeah, I can't.
This happens every podcast. I never learn. I love it. Look how cute that looks on you.
Thanks. I'll keep it.
So I have so much more. God, I have this giant mountain.
I have more. Well, it's not like I'm done.
Okay, I know.
Here's one that you haven't knit.
Oh, okay. Yes, I did. Yes, I did knit that. Actually, in your face. Just go ahead and show them.
It's right here.
I knit it because you knit it, and I loved it.
Yeah, I love it. I wish it was bigger.
This is the Color Craving, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
It was a mystery knit along, but we didn't knit it for that.
Yeah.
You wish it was bigger. It's huge.
Yeah, I just wish it was bigger. I wear it. Ugh.
I love the yarn overs in the middle.
But
so
I feel like it's more scarf-like.
it is kind of scarf-like.
I guess that's
scarf.
what I mean. Yeah, it's a scarf. It's not a shawl.
You want to see the big pieces in the
Oh.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love the lime green and black. I want to make a lime green. Green is my color for this next mystery knit along if he does one.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing green too. Like a darker green. Well, I've done a lot of colors.
I love this green. I think this is so cute. Do you wear this?
Yeah.
You wear it?
Yes. I don't. I have no shame. I wear.
No shame.
I wear a lot of my knits, and I do not weave in my ends because I don't like to. And life is too short to do things you don't like to do.
But you didn't do the picot bind off.
No, I don't really like picot bind
I don't
offs.
either.
So I didn't do it. I just did an I-cord bind off. But
Is that an option in the pattern, or did you just decide to do it?
I knit this so many years ago I couldn't tell you.
Okay, I don't remember.
I don't remember. But I didn't.
This.
I don't like picot, so I didn't. I love it.
You should love it. It's beautiful.
It's just scarf-like, and yes, I wear it with my ends hanging out. My family just accepts that I look like a homeless person.
It's really sad because their hand knits definitely have that homeless person vibe. For other people, they look at it and go, "Oh, a homeless person or a hobo," and I mean, try not to be offensive. I hope that didn't come across rude, but they do. Like I know that Knitting Annihilator wore all of her hand knits on like Halloween just because, and people thought that she was a hobo. They literally said it.
Yeah, it just kind of.
And then this is my Color Craving, and I went with kind of a darker, more goth, moody thing going on, and I really love it.
See, yours is bigger. Like maybe I should have just gone up a needle size when I made it.
So yeah, I copied Stephanie's black and white, and then I just added a kind of
Mine's
reddish
gray and
black, and I really love it. And I did the picot bind off because I'm trying to be a Stephen West purist when it comes to the mystery knit alongs.
She says that, but then she finished her couch one early.
Okay, I did, but I still did the brioche. I didn't do the garter. I didn't.
Yeah, see? So you're not really a purist. You're just
I try to be. But honestly, every time I picked up that to work on the brioche, I wanted to cry.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
I wanted to cry. Oh, you know what? I think there's one I didn't bust out. It was okay. All right. I saw you try to take that. You threw it in your pile.
You threw it over here on top of my knits.
Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't watching. Okay, go ahead and grab something. Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
I love yours better than mine.
I really liked my colors. Mine turned out really well. This was another Westknits Mystery Knit Along.
What was this called? Slipstravaganza?
Yes.
I always want to call it shawlography, but...
No, this one was Slipstravaganza. I love my color choices.
Oh, so do
if I was going to do this differently, I would have not striped the gray. And
yeah.
I would have done like one row of gray and one of...
The people who did that, I think it came out a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah, I did the large size. I love this.
My favorite thing about this is the yarn.
Yeah.
And
I like my colors.
No, how you got it? You bought it online, and it showed up to your house after it had visibly fallen on the post office floor.
Oh yeah, the package was. They reboxed it up.
Yeah.
The package was all mangled and dirty, like it had been kicked across the floor and ran over. And then they just put it in another box saying, "Sorry, the original packaging got ruined."
And this yarn was so dirty. Like, so dirty. It looked like it had been busted open and the yarn rolled around on the floor, and they were like, "Ah, dang."
It was so gross.
I mean, it's better than not getting it at all. Like them just being, "Oh, well, I guess you don't get it now." That would have been awful.
Yeah, but yarn's not cheap either. Like,
I love the neon pink with the brown. How long did it take you to clean it out? Did you just pick out the dirt or did you wash it? I would have just picked out the dirt. No judgment here.
I picked out the dirt. I picked out the dirt and
it was bad.
No, that's a lie. I washed the pink because I didn't want it to bleed.
So you would have washed it anyway.
No, but I didn't wash the brown and the white. I picked out the dirt of the brown and the white.
And is this all Madeline Tosh?
Yeah.
Madeline Tosh Light? And the Pop Rocks or Floral Rose?
Pop Rocks. The pink is Pop Rocks.
Pop Rocks.
Don't ask. Oh, the silver is Silver Fox. Or
Is this glazed?
Pecan?
Yes, that's one of my favorite.
Yeah, I think that is
colors.
glazed pecan.
I love this.
Don't ask me what the blue is, though. I have no idea. But I love this color combo. It worked out great.
Did you enjoy knitting it?
No, I did not. I hated every second of knitting this. This was awful. I found out that I don't like doing slip stitches.
All right, this might be part 2. My medication alarm went off. It's okay.
I'm so bad.
It's okay. Hopefully I can figure out how to seam these together. Otherwise, there might just be a part 2.
That's okay. So yeah, I did not like knitting this at all. Not one bit. I actually hated every second of it, and I decided that I don't like doing
You know what's
slip
really
stitches
funny?
color work.
We're like, this is my Stephen West project. I hate it. This is my Stephen West project. I hated it.
That's true. I don't like. What is that technique called? There's a technique. What is it called for the
Slipping
color?
stitches.
No,
Mosaic?
the color. Mosaic. I don't like. I didn't know that, but now I do. So now I hate mosaic.
So I hate mine because he did like this mohair dare. Like, go ahead and add mohair to it, and I'm extra, so I just added mohair to the whole thing.
Yeah, yours.
It was gonna be cute. It
had
was
potential.
It was gonna be so cute, and if I hadn't done the mohair, it was gonna be so cute. But I added a ton of mohair. The problem I had was I didn't match my mohair to my yarn. I just found some mohair, and I was like, well, let's just do this. I YOLO'd, and I should have not YOLO'd. I should have only lived.
Should have zigged instead of
I
zagged.
should have only lived before I started it. And died. So I wouldn't have this monstrosity.
It's pretty bad. I love mine.
So my original idea was blues and blacks. Black with a fade of blues. And Stephanie signed off on it and said it was really good. So it is partially her fault. But
Okay, I stand by my blue and black because the one I'm working on now is blue and black and it looks
looks
good. So the
the
color
other
combo,
shawl, not this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm never knitting this again.
So I don't like this. I thought I did in the beginning because I used like this pastel rainbow yarn, and I was like, oh, kind of mermaidy. The black wasn't good. But I was like, well, the stripes at least look good. We can save this. And then I used rainbow yarn for inexplicable reasons. And it just got rainbowy and weird. And then it just is really thick, okay? Because I didn't change the needle size, but I did mohair and fingering together. I don't know why. It's really thick and warm. And then I was like, you know what? The mohair sucks. And so I just quit using it.
At the very end.
At the very end. So, I don't know. I don't have...
You go over in your ends?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
They're all over here.
Oh, okay. I was like, dang.
So I don't really like it. This is my Stephen West project. I hate it.
Would you knit it again?
I didn't enjoy knitting this. No, I especially hated the border. I did the short border instead of the long one.
I thought you were a purist.
Did I do the short border or the long one?
You did the short
I did the short one.
You
because
did the short one.
I got tired of it, but honestly, I would have done the long one had I not done this mohair thing. And it's really...
Yeah, I did the short one too. It's so many stitches too.
But mine is so heavy. It's so heavy because of the mohair. This is like if you went to Alaska and wore a sweater or wanted a...
Oh, my ends.
Not wore a sweater.
This is
Needed
bad.
a shawl.
You don't have.
Oh, I did weave in some of my ends.
Wait a minute, you have way more.
When I finished a thing, I did weave in the ends until I got to the end, and I just was like, this is so ugly, I'm not going to ever wear it.
And all of these, each little triangle has like 2 ends.
I've seen a lot of these that are cute. It's us. We're the problem with all of these knits.
Well, I think mine turned out good.
It did, but you're like, I hate it. So.
Well, I didn't like the process of knitting it. I don't like slipping stitches. I don't like it. It slows me down. I think that's my biggest problem. It slows me down, and I don't like it.
Okay, so I want to have all of the Westknits mystery knit-alongs in my collection. The only one I don't have so far, I think, is... Oh, there's a couple. I don't have Rockefeller, and I don't have Exploration Station. I've knit Exploration Station twice. I had to sell my first one to get my wisdom teeth out, and then I gave the second one I knit to Mom for her birthday.
You should knit another one.
So, I know, I need to knit another one. I want to. So, I went ahead and I knit the Earth and Sky, which was his very first knit-along, and I did this out of Puri from Brooklyn Tweed.
I love that yarn.
I love the yarn. Okay, so here's the thing. I knew in advance what this looked like. And I gotta say, if this was my first mystery knit-along by Stephen West, I would have never done another one. Because honestly, how is this a mystery knit-along? Come on, that's embarrassing. Although he was a new designer at the time, so I'd give him a little credit for that. But honestly, he should have knit this and looked at it and went, okay, I'm just gonna release this. I love it. I really do. I haven't worn it out in public yet, but I think it's cute.
It's really cute.
I love the colors.
They're very
pink
colors.
And white and gray. That's all I ever knit with. But I do think it's really cute, and I think that you should knit it. And it's got intarsia on it, and which is not hard. I love intarsia. And I think it turned out great. I really do.
I really like the colors.
I like the colors. I like the way the Puri feels. This is one of my favorite knits from him. And I just wish it was a little bigger. Like, not more knitting, but like larger needles or something. Maybe. I'm thinking about doing the next mystery knit-along in like DK weight.
Doing it in DK?
Yeah, just make it huge. The problem is I don't know the fingering to DK ratio that I would need. Okay, what do you got?
Building blocks.
I love building blocks.
I love this one. I
don't have mine.
You don't have yours?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, keep talking.
Oh, so this was one of the mystery knit-alongs. I actually wove in the ends on this one. I wear this one quite a bit. When I do, people usually comment on it. I mean, good comments.
I love it.
I love it. I will never knit this again because the last few sections were
horrible.
Horrible. The rows are just so long.
So long.
So long.
He does give you an out if you want to. My favorite thing about this is that, where was it that like you used the mint, but it didn't come out mint, it came out white?
In the brioche.
In the brioche, was it right? No, that looks minty.
Was it it was with the peach. So right here, this is the blue and peach, neon peach.
And it doesn't look like it. It looks genuinely gray.
Yeah, it looks
no way
same.
that it looks minty. Even up close, it doesn't look like mint. It looks like gray.
But
which
it
is the weirdest
which you
thing.
can see, like the I-cord right here is blue.
But like, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's not mint.
That one is.
What's that?
A drop stitch, thanks.
Is it a hole? It looks like.
No. That is a.
It looks like a hole to me because it's right.
That is a hole. That is a hole. Oh, sad.
I have a hole in mine. I wear it so much I do have a hole in it.
See, I do. I wear this one a lot, so.
I have a hole in mine. That's it doesn't bother me, and it's kind of felty, so I just let it go.
Oh, I'm gonna have to fix that.
See, it's right here.
Yeah, at least yours is kind of on the end.
So, this is mine. I used neon turquoise, neon yellow, and turquoise, and black and gray. And I love this shawl. This is my most worn shawl. I hated knitting the last clue.
It was awful. But I mean, you could have ended early, but we went for the large size because go big or go home.
Large size. But mine is so long that I ended up knotting my ends together. Not together, but knotting them so that they're more wearable. It's not dangling down to my kneecaps. And people have asked me like, oh, is it supposed to be like that? It's my knit. It's supposed to be like whatever I want it to be like. Like, if I want it to be a dog bed, yes, it's supposed to be like that.
Right? But that one is a very wearable shawl. I like that one.
And Knit Vertices Unite. Howard knit a Vertices.
Howard knit that one. I don't have it.
I love this. I didn't super love knitting it. Of course not. Why would I?
We say that about everything. I didn't like it, but
I love this because I love the colorway Fool's Gold from Hedgehog Fibers, but I don't really look that great in yellow, and I didn't want it next to my face. So I thought, and I wanted it to show it off in one giant section, and the Vertices Unite.
You have a hole in this one?
Yes, I know that. But I'm not throwing it away. I'm just gonna deal with it, I guess.
I wouldn't throw it away. I would just sew it up or sew
I can't even be bothered to weave in my ends.
Me either.
But I do need to fix that hole.
I would fix that one.
But I enjoyed watching this come together. I enjoyed the bind off.
I like it.
I enjoyed having it. I have worn it in public many times. I think it looks really good.
It does.
I just don't like modular knitting that much.
See, I like modular knitting.
It's okay. It's fine. I just don't like connecting the pieces. Like as you knit.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Okay, so that was my
Vertices Unite.
Vertices Unite. We did a Textures Unite too, but I don't want to do that one because I feel like it's just Vertices Unite with more steps.
Is it like seed stitch?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I won't be making it, that's for sure. Okay, what else do you have? I'm getting hot with all this wool next to me.
I know, it's hot. Okay, I'll go. Here, let's do another sweater.
Oh, I love this.
So I hate being cold. And he came out with the Light Festival sweater. And I was like, I'm gonna knit that.
Hey, you did.
And I did. Okay, yeah, that's the back. It's super quick. Oh.
The neck and the sleeves look the same.
Oh. Oh, that's the back. So, it's a DK with Knit Picks Mohair Gray mohair held throughout together. So it is thick, it is heavy, it is warm.
Look at that neck.
Look at this
How
neck.
did you manage to like knit this neck and yoke and sleeves with all the ribbing?
It's on big needles and it's DK and mohair held together. So
How much does the sweater weigh?
I don't know, but like
a lot, probably 4 pounds.
So I gotta fix my hair real quick so I can put it on and show you.
Yeah,
Like
it's so beautiful on. I want to make one of these so bad. Doesn't his call for Surrey alpaca though?
yeah.
Okay.
His Surrey alpaca. I just did mohair. I mean, same, right? Well, not really, but whatever. So I wish I was smarter.
Don't we all?
When I knit this. So I was like halfway down the body when I realized I should have knit this as a separate piece.
Why?
Because it gets hot.
Oh, so something you could take off.
So something you could take off. Somebody else did that. Like they started the sweater like here.
I love it. It looks like one of those art pieces that you can just like avoid everybody.
That's right. Like
leave it open so you can see. You know that one that like the knitted onesie where it's like just got that face?
yeah. So
Do you ever wear it like that?
no. To be honest, it's so warm. I've only worn this like probably like 3 times. But you can
Yeah, doing the other.
pull it down
Oh, I love that.
around. And so I do that sometimes when it gets hot on the neck. But I highly recommend this sweater and I love it so much. It's very warm, but it wasn't a bad knit. It's on big needles and DK held with lace, so
yeah, it's really cute.
If I was ever gonna do it again, I would knit this as like a separate cowl.
So smart.
So like when you're in the store or something like that, you can just take that part off.
So smart. I love it.
But
I love the neon yellow and the gray.
thank you. I think it's
so good.
Hedgehog. The DK is Hedgehog Fibers. Like there's a bunch of different colorways in here because I used scraps from my.
You can't even tell though. That's the
Pinguono.
thing. You can't even tell that it looks all the same.
So like that's why I have like this big neon section here. This black was a little bit of.
It looks all the same to me. I wouldn't have noticed had you not said that. In fact, now that you even said it, I don't even notice. I still can't tell.
No, but so.
It looks amazing.
Thank you.
Would you knit it again?
Yeah, I would make this again. I would probably knit it. If I ever make it again, it'll be
that was the top of my arm, not my armpit. My hair was in the way.
I'd probably just do it like a worsted
Yeah, it looks good.
because it's pretty. It's really warm
It
with
looks
the
good
mohair.
though. I think worsted would look good as well.
Yeah.
I love it. It looks
I
really good.
But the Light Festival sweater is his picture is like some bright blue,
Electric blue. I love his.
I love his
looks
too.
so good.
But yeah, I just did
I love that.
different. This is like the increases. It's super easy.
Yeah. that looks super easy. Just long and tedious with the ribbing.
Yeah, but it's on like, I got more hair in my mouth. 8 or 9s. It flew.
Nice. It looks so good.
Thank you.
I
So
love
yeah,
that
Light
one.
Festival.
I love it.
Everybody should knit one. Oh, it's like middle of August. Well, it's not the middle of August. It's probably the beginning of August.
Okay, let's see. What did I make that you haven't made? Oh, I made the Excuse Me shawl. I showed this on the podcast before. I think we've shown a lot of these on the podcast before.
Yeah.
This is my Excuse Me shawl. It's upside down and backwards.
I love this.
I love this so much. I did a gray, obviously.
Gray and purple.
And then I just did purples on the back. So light to dark color blocking, I'm sure I do.
Aren't you glad you podcast with me so I can point out all
Oh,
the things you have going on?
There's probably a hole in it too. Probably dirty. There's probably a giant like salsa spot or something on it. I don't know.
No, we already pointed that out for the other shawl.
It's a little smaller than I wish it was. I thought I was gonna knit this for Rhinebeck one year, but I didn't. It's a decent size. It's all brioche. Knitting brioche flat is not my favorite thing in the world, but I did finish. I didn't like knitting it. I wouldn't knit it again. It's so ugly. No, I don't feel that way. I wouldn't knit it again because I already have one, but I do like it. But this cast on here, the brioche cast on, was so hard, and I don't remember how I did it because it was so long ago, but it was so hard, and I think I cried. I may have cried. I've cried during several of Stephen West cast-ons.
Yeah.
It was bad. But I do love it, and it's made out of DK weight yarn, and so it's really thick. And I just love brioche. I love the way it knits up. So
Yeah. It looks nice.
thanks. I really like it. Finally.
Finally something you like.
It's something I like.
Let's see. Here's my favorite shawl. This was a mystery knitted one. And this is my most worn shawl.
That's crazy.
It's the Merle Magic shawl. I wear this one the most. I've never woven in my ends. I never will. I love this so much.
Is this the right way? Yeah.
Yeah. I see. There's a bunch of ends.
And you dyed all the yarn for this.
Yeah.
Except
I dyed
the neon?
except for the neon. Yeah, I dyed most of this is mine.
I love this.
But
and we don't dye yarn. It was just a fun,
yeah. We just did it one summer just to
do it.
But I love this so much. I wear it all the time. I also take it when I travel because it's a perfect airplane blanket.
You know what's nice about your colors is that you didn't even dye them for that shawl. It's just you dyed the colors and they all went together and it looked really good. Yeah. I really love it.
Thank
I love
you.
yours.
I seriously, I wear it all the time. We just got back from a trip. It's the perfect blanket on the airplane. Like, I get cold really easily, so in the airport and everything,
airports are so cold.
They are, so I take this. It takes up a lot of room in the carry-on, but you know what? Oh my god, mohair in my eye. But yes, the Merle Magic modular knitting. It's fingering held double, so it's knit on size 8s. It's a very big schlanket, and I think everybody should have one.
Yeah, they should.
This one I would make again. I mean, I made the sweater.
I have one too, and I knit mine out of pinks and yellows, scraps, and
Looks
purples,
good.
and random greens, I guess. That colorway right there. This is the same, but I don't wear mine. I love this black right here. It doesn't even go together.
It's a great pattern for scraps.
It's great. I don't wear it because I definitely get like cat lady vibes with mine. I wear it around the house sometimes, but I don't wear it in public. Mostly because I didn't weave in my ends. I guess.
Is that supposed to stop people from wearing their knits in public?
No, it's not supposed to. It's just there's so many and I didn't do anything with them. But I actually do really like this.
A lot of mine I braided. Like before he even called in the pattern to braid these ends.
You just did it.
I just did it anyways.
You're so smart. Look at you.
Just to get it
on the same wavelength.
We are. But that's why my braid is on the inside and not the outside. The braid is supposed to be on the other side, but I had already done it.
Oh, I didn't braid mine. I just let it happen.
Well, you're supposed to pull all the ends to the
smells like ramen noodles.
Yeah.
I probably ate while I love eating while knitting. Like, I don't even care. I get Dorito crumbs in mine, and I'm like, well, I'll just save that for later. Like, if it gets in my mouth, it'll taste good. It's fine.
See, this is what I do with all my ends. I just knot them.
Yeah, tassel. It's a tassel.
It's a tassel. Like, also.
Tassellate it.
Tassellate it?
I think Stephen West said that once.
Oh. Anyways, I love the Marble Magic.
It's such a fun shawl.
It's my...
Oh, I knit the Daybreak shawl. This is one of my least favorite shawls by Stephen West.
Yeah,
But it's
I
not,
will not be knitting that.
it's actually, there's pearl bright too. It's just mine came out really small and I didn't have very much yarn when I knit this, and so I used Knit Picks palette. And it's kind of small. Mine is small. It's not like other people's would be small. You can knit.
I mean, you can make it bigger.
Right, but I didn't understand gauge. Still don't, obviously.
Like, have you figured
Yeah.
out the secret? Because
No, I haven't, but I actually don't hate it. I like the gauge it's knit at. It's just not very big. Bigger yarn would help. And he's got the pearl breakout now where you don't have to knit it in stockinette. So that is nice.
that is nice because that is a lot of stockinette. That's a lot of purling.
That was back when I didn't like garter.
Yeah,
I like it. I mean, I just
it's
don't,
cute. It's nice.
It's all right.
I'm just looking at it and I'm like, I know I will never knit that.
I don't think it's bad. Neil told me it was his least favorite shawl I made. That kind of dampened it for me. I guess
See,
it's
that's
okay.
kind of cat lady vibes.
Oh, I thought it was fine.
Oh.
I thought it was cute.
It is cute, but when you just throw it like just a little chill.
I bought this yarn actually to make the Craze Scandinavian cowl. It's like all Fair Isle, and you can see how that worked out.
Where's that?
I actually ripped it out because you have to like carry the yarn across like 50 stitches or something ridiculous.
yeah. No,
And
thank you. Let's see. Another sweater I knit 2020 is the Pinguano.
Everybody's knitting these again. I love it. I think
kinda-
Barbara's making one
She
too.
is. I kind of want another one. I'm not gonna lie. I wear this all the time around my house,
As you should. As you should.
and I love it. I don't know. Everybody's in it. I will not be weaving in the ends. I just wear it as is. I like looking like a bag lady. My life is too short. I don't want to spend the time doing that.
No, and
So
if you don't want to, you shouldn't. You know what I did once? I super glued my ends.
I will not be doing that either. I just tied them off in knots.
I don't remember the project. I just super glued it. I was bored.
Yeah, I don't know. But the
love
only
it.
bad thing about this is the welts. Those hurt
Oh,
my hands.
I thought of something else. I
What?
thought you were going a different direction with the bad thing about it.
What's the bad thing about it?
I think it's kind of Halloween vibes. Like with the orange.
Oh,
with
yeah. Okay, so yeah, this was like neon peach with gray. And
It sounds good in theory.
it in theory, that's not a good block.
You could
So
you could cut it out.
I did not do that on this side. I did hot pink and gray, and that worked a lot. But I'm not cutting it out. I already finished it.
I cut things out of my knitting. I don't care.
Have you finished projects?
No.
Okay, well.
I might if I hated it.
No, I just was like, well, that's
It's
kind of
on the armpit. It's fine.
Halloweeny, so I did something different on this side, and it worked out great. It's fine. I love it.
You should love it. It's really good. It's just
Maybe
kind of festive.
I mean, it's not like I'm going to be wearing it in July, so
Well, it's August and here you are, so.
That's true.
I like it. So I knit one of these too, and I wove in my ends. But I left a stitch marker in.
Yeah.
I knit mine in pink and gray and black because what else would I use? I knit these welts and I hated them. Thank you
Yours
for
is
asking.
thicker than mine.
Yeah, it's giant. I used like worsted weight held double.
Oh, I did DK held double.
And
No, DK and fingering.
I did all kinds of things held double. I did just went for it. I really like it. The only thing that stops me from wearing this, honestly, is the short sleeves. I don't like a giant sweater, but like with these short sleeves, and I want to make another, but with long sleeves. I actually have another one on the needles right now. But I don't like it. I think I'm gonna rip it out.
Why don't you just cut it out? Get ribbing.
Just I might
Cut out the
okay.
sections.
I might, okay, I might. I'm not above it. But I love this because I faded it. And it just unintentionally worked out numerically. I didn't plan it at all. I just got the same amount of each one.
You did the garter bottom. I did the brioche bottom.
Well, the brioche bottom wasn't a thing, I don't think, when I made. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
how we made them like not far
So-
apart.
I love this, and what my favorite thing about it, you can't even see, is the faded front and then the color block front together.
Yeah.
I love the way this came out. I think Stephen West might have liked my Instagram photo about it, so that was cool. Made it worth it. But I didn't like making the welts. They kind of hurt my hands.
Yeah, the welts hurt.
But I love the back. I did white with like some Madeline Tosh lace speckles. And I don't know how I survived that because it's so much knitting.
I did
I don't even
turkey
like
worsted
knitting, apparently.
with
Looks so
some
good.
kind of neon
It looks so good. This is so much knitting.
fingerings. So yeah, I did worsted or DK held with a fingering weight.
I did alpaca on some of mine because I am fancy.
You are fancy. But yeah, I
Dude,
like it.
Like, this is so heavy, like it makes my back hurt just sitting here. Okay, what else do I got? Oh my god, you guys want to see my ugliest Stephen? How many ugliest Stephen West knits have I said I have? 3?
You got a lot.
Okay,
Keep
I
going.
knit this because I thought it was going to be really fun to wear on vacation. It's the ugliest thing I've ever made. I will never wear it. And it's not that the sweater's ugly, it's that my yarn choices are ugly. I thought it would be a cute scrappy sweater.
Did you wear it on vacation? Did you bring it with you?
I put it on and looked in the mirror and busted up laughing, and I could not stop laughing long enough to take a photo. Okay, so the sweater is loosey-goosey. It's on size 15 needles. It calls for lace weight, but you can do whatever you want, obviously. And I knit this sweater on size 15. It was so fast. It was so fast.
Why don't you put it on and show us?
I will. And it was like, it had so much
You
potential.
still have a stitch marker in it.
Yeah, I know. I like it.
Oh, it's decoration?
So it's supposed
Jewelry
to be
for your knitting?
really loose, and then you have the collar. Okay, here's the dilemma with this sweater. I thought it would be like a cute swimsuit cover up, but that's obviously dumb because it's woolly sock weight. What am I supposed to do? Wear this around? Like a water park? Oh, and my sleeves are rolled because I misread the directions. You're supposed to knit and then fold it over. But
and sew it like
I did
down.
not do that. I didn't do that on accident. Okay, I'm not very smart, I guess. Okay, so here's my sweater. It's
It looks so good. Talk about homeless chic.
it looks so bad. The colors it's just okay, but imagine this in like a solid color with like maybe a fun.
Is it supposed to have like a bind off or something? Like
Okay, no. Yes. So the way this works is you're supposed to do a provisional cast on, and then when you're done knitting the collar and the sleeves and everything else, you're supposed to undo your provisional cast on, knit to the length you want, and then do a bind off. Okay. I didn't do a provisional cast on because I don't like doing provisional cast ons. There you go. That's why. And when I got done with this and I knit the sleeves, I was just like, it's not worth it anymore. But it's a garter.
you were a purist.
Yeah, for the mystery knit alongs. This is a
okay.
disaster.
It's very airy.
It's very airy. It's size 15 needles, but imagine it in a solid color.
Okay, yeah, it's got potential. Just
Not the way I did it. I
Yeah.
used scraps. Sometimes I did 1 fingering weight, and sometimes I did 2, so I made these kind of thicker stripes.
I think that
Look
that's
at it.
part of the problem.
Look at it.
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
Like, what? Where would you ever wear that? Like, it's
Nowhere. In my bell tower.
it's got a lot of problems.
It's not that bad. It was fun to make.
Look, I've
Size
knit ugly
15.
stuff too. All right, just accept it. And
I know. I'm telling you, it's the ugliest.
Just cut it up.
I just finished this. Cut it up. I just finished this not too long ago, but I thought, oh, this will be fun. Well, this was after we decided to make our Westknits thing, and I was like, oh, it'll be fun to make a sweater really fast and then show it. The one that doesn't get much love. I think it's cute. I think the pattern that he did, the one he did to show off the sweater, he did it in gray, and I thought it looked really good. And I was like, oh, this will be fun for us. I'm trying to work through my scraps this year. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a disaster.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm keeping it anyway in the back of the corner of my so nobody knows I made it.
Except for the entire world.
My dying wish is going to be for that to be burned, so my great grandchildren
I'm
don't
gonna.
know.
You know what? You're getting buried in that.
It's so ugly. Okay,
You have more.
I made a noise that sounded like my grandma.
I was just thinking that, like, you totally made an Arnie noise. But that's sorry,
whatever.
but you sound like your
I
grandma.
know, it's like this weird defect we have in the back of our throats or something. It's bad. Okay, anyway, what do you have? Are you running out of things? Because I have a lot more stuff.
Yeah, I know. So keep showing
Okay,
your ugly stuff.
I made pinguinos for my kids, which is basically a Penguono, but for small children. I think everybody has seen these.
This one turned out so good.
So I asked my daughter, this was for my 8-year-old daughter, and I asked her what color she wanted, and she said pink and baby blue and yellow. And as I knit the sweater, I just asked her what she wanted. And when I said, what do you want the shoulders to be? She was like, I want yellow and blue striped. And I wanted to throw the whole thing away. But like, you know what? You don't get anything. You're going to act like that. But I actually like the way it turned out. She likes it. She wears it around the house sometimes. And she did wear it to school for like crazy outfit day or something. Weird outfit day. Something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she did wear it. But she picked all of the colors as far as the placement.
I think it turned out so good.
I think it came out really good. And then I knit one for my other daughter, my 6-year-old daughter too. And hers was orange and yellow and white, which are her favorite colors. And I did not bring it because how many penguinos do you want to see? And I also have a penguino on the needles as a baby present for a friend. So, but I'm not going to show it because it's a present for my friend. Okay, we're dwindling down now. So, what do you have?
I have my very first ever Westknits shawl. Cast on my 30th birthday. I've been knitting Westknits
Are you
for 6
over
years.
30? You're 36?
Yeah.
I'm going to be 40 this year.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about planning an Alaskan vacation for the weekend.
You should.
I know, right?
So, yeah. Exploration Station. I knit it on the needle size it calls for, and I'm a tight knitter, so it came out smaller than everybody else's.
You did the brioche?
Yeah, I did. This is my first time ever doing brioche.
Yeah. Did you put in a lifeline or did you just go for it?
I put in a lifeline and I practiced first cast
Didn't
on.
do that.
Lifeline.
When I made my first one, I literally just went for it. I was like, meh, I'll probably be okay, and it was.
Yeah,
worked out. But this is such a good
first
introduction to brioche for people who don't.
Yeah,
I've never done it before.
and it's a quick shawl.
I made my mom one in 3 days.
Yeah,
It's
I would
very quick.
totally make another one of these,
But larger.
but larger.
I love the colors. I think your colors turned out so good. The blue and the floral rose. And
That's not floral rose.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I'm sure it's not.
What is it then?
I have floral rose at home. It's not floral
What is
rose.
it then?
You
You don't know. See, you can't even prove me wrong.
I can't prove you wrong, but I'm telling you it is not floral rose.
And then you did this navy blue and this gray. Oh my gosh, it came out so good. And this is all Madelinetosh, right?
Yeah, Madelinetosh.
I love this. It came out so good.
Thank you. I'm really happy with it. I just wish it was. I just wish I knew.
I made mine and then I had to sell it. And I'm pretty sad about it. It was not my favorite colors though. I did brown.
Oh, yeah, you did brown and purple.
Brown and purple, and it didn't look great. But it was huge.
It was. And see, I mean, mine's like a wearable size.
Yeah.
I wear it I don't wear it very often.
I like it.
I don't know why.
It looks really good.
I like it.
I like it because, and honestly, you should wear it more often because it's a very iconic shawl and other knitters will find you. If I saw somebody wearing that, I'd be so excited.
Right?
And then they'd be like, my sister made it for me. And also she lives in Missouri and you could never meet her. Also she died. And then I'd be like, dang, there was a knitter that I didn't, that sucks.
I missed out. Yeah.
I missed out on having a friend. I love it.
I love it. I think everybody should. This is one that I highly recommend this shawl. It was not a slog. It was fun
No,
to
it
knit.
is so fun to make. It never gets boring.
It
And
doesn't.
it goes so fast.
Yeah. Like the picture.
I like. Picture still creeps me out. I'm sorry, it does.
So, Exploration Station.
Okay, I think we have mostly this. Did you knit one of these?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I do. I did.
This was, I think, my very first sweater ever.
No. Oh, first Stephen West sweater?
I think it was my first sweater ever.
No, because these all colors came from your kids' Christmas colors.
Okay,
sweaters.
sweater for me.
Oh.
Maybe. I'm not sure. So this is the Excuse Me sweater. No, it's not.
It is not.
Enchanted Mesa.
Mm-hmm.
I love yours so much. And obviously she did not do the long neck.
Yeah, no, I didn't do the long neck at all.
I love yours. I think it looks so good.
I didn't want the, thank you, the long neck. And I knit mine out of DK weight.
Oh, it did bring my...
I feel like I wish it was bigger.
I love it.
I mean, it fits and everything. I just wish it,
It looks so good.
I wish I'd done it out of like worsted or went up a needle size or something.
I love the matchy.
I did the brioche
Good
bottom.
for you. When I made mine, there was no brioche bottom. That's what happened. That was the one.
Oh, yeah.
It looks so good.
Bottom and
Do you wear this?
nope. I've never worn it.
What? Look at how
I
cute
don't know
that looks.
why.
I love that you did this. Was that part of the pattern? To make the cuffs different colors?
No.
Oh.
I don't think so. I don't know.
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
I don't think so. No. It's kind of a do what you want pattern.
So I made mine out of Knit Picks Gloss DK. What actually happened was I knit my kids' Christmas sweaters one year. I actually never finished this one. I never put buttons on it, on the shoulder. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I knit my kids' Christmas sweaters out of these colors, this yarn actually. So yeah, I have 5 kids and it looked cute. So then I was like, well, I want to use the scraps to make a sweater. So I did the excuse me sweater, and then I used the teal on the bottom.
It looks good. Do you ever wear it?
I have, but it's kind of itchy. And you're supposed to not have this long thing. It's supposed to be, there's a technique that he does where you like, it's sewn down and it's double thickness.
Are you supposed to sew it down?
Yeah. There's a provisional cast on, and I was like, I don't need a provisional cast on, I'll just fold it down. But the problem is that when I fold it down, it like comes up.
Oh.
Yeah, and I don't really like that, and I need to sew it down, and I just haven't yet. And it's itchy. It's the DK gloss. I thought it wouldn't be itchy because of the silk factor, but it actually is. So there you go. I don't know. I like it though. I love the concept behind it and why I chose my colors, even though my kids never wore their sweaters. Actually, my son got a sweater out of this blue. I knitted him a V-neck sweater, and then he washed and dried it, and it felted. And then instead of telling me, he just hid it in the bottom of a bag that went to the Goodwill, and I found it, and I was pretty sad. There's that story. I made them all. I think they were all tin can knit sweaters.
Yeah, they were all tin can knits. Because same year I knit my kids tin can knit sweaters. They all had tin can knit Christmas sweaters.
I like this though. I like yours better than mine. I think it looks cute.
Thank you.
I want to make one, but like you did.
You should. It's fun. I knit this really quick.
My favorite thing about this sweater is that the sleeves are uneven.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, you made such a huge mistake. Looks terrible.
Yeah. Whose body's shaped that way?
I love it. I love it's supposed to be like that, and I love it. I think it looks so good.
I like it. It was a quick.
So
I don't know why I don't. I think because I just wish it was a little bit bigger. I could block it, but I will not be doing that either.
I'm not going to show these for very long. I knit the Marled Mania pants. They're supposed to be marled, and they are obviously not, because I just used worsted weight yarn and followed the pattern. These took me only a few days to knit, and I think more people should knit pants, because all it is a sweater body that's like this big, and then you just knit 2 sleeves, and then you're done. So it's like a yoke, barely, and sleeves, and then you're done. There's no body to it. It's
just pants.
What?
You're like, there's no body. It's just like
it's just like a yoke and then really, really long, large sleeves. And this didn't take me very long. This is the
Marled.
Yeah,
you did that super quick.
Marled Mania leggings. I knit these when I was very, very small, and then I immediately gained a bunch of weight, and so I've never worn them. They don't fit me anymore, which is fine. It happens. It wasn't an investment in my future. I should have invested more in my future. I should have saw the future and done that. Okay, so also, did you make this sweater?
Which one?
This one.
No, but I want to so bad. I just can't. I just want to.
This is my Marled Mania sweater. I love it. I try to wear it on my birthday every year because I think it's so festive and fun. It's supposed to have a turtleneck, but what I did was I just cast on after what he had the stitch count of a couple increases, and so it's got this really wide neck, which I personally love for myself.
That's what I'm gonna do when I make it.
And then there's the ribbing, and then the whole thing is knit inside out, and so you have the purl side on the back.
Side showing.
Yeah,
and it's fingering held double, isn't it?
Yeah, it's marled.
Yeah,
I like it. I think it's really, really fun. I used 2 neon pinks held together, and then I bound off with this
neon yellow.
Yeah, but it was like Knit Picks swish, and so I don't like the way it fuzzed. I barely wear it, and then it's just like kind of fuzzy.
I love the color pop though.
Yeah, it's a color pop. The whole thing. You know what this needed? A color pop.
Yep. More is more, less is a bore.
More is more, less is a bore.
I love it.
Oh, I love it too.
I want to knit that one.
All right, we're coming to the end here. Oh no, I have more stuff.
Oh my god. Good thing we had an intermission.
I know. Okay. I don't know if I'll be able to stitch those together. All right, what do you got? I think I have everything. No, you have that. Garter goodness.
Oh yeah. many moons ago, I knit Garter Goodness.
And I said, all that garter. Are you serious?
Yep. But it was a slog. I'm not gonna like. I mean, it's all garter. But I used this as an opportunity to work on my throwing. So I would knit continental and then throw, which has helped me with my color work and everything, because now I can do both ways, and my tension stays pretty much the same. And when my tension is off, nobody's gonna know, because it's all one big garter blob.
I love this. I think it's so cute. Try it on.
Yeah. No, I love it. It turned out great. I remember when I said I was gonna knit this, she was like,
I was like, good luck with that.
Yeah, you'll never finish that. And then I did, so in your face. But it was great to work on my throwing.
It looks really good, I think.
I wear this one. Yeah.
You should wear it
I do.
often. It looks really nice.
I don't know. I just never really reached for it. You'd think I would. I wear a lot of black.
Yeah, black and neon and
Black
white.
and neon,
That's
yeah.
what we knit, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, like, all of my Westknits sweaters are gray.
Yeah.
Not on purpose.
It just happened.
It just happened. So yeah, Garter Goodness. It's kind of a slog, but it is great to work on if you want to work on continental or throwing.
We still have so much more.
It hides your tension issues.
Yeah, it looks really good. I love it for you.
Thank you.
I love it for me too. If you ever gave it to me, that'd be great.
Yeah, I will not be doing that either.
Okay, well, I could be sick and dying.
Okay, well, you could be sick and dying, and then I'd be like, well, what's your dying wish? And you were like, I want that garter shawl. I'd be like,
But I want to be buried with it too, so you can't have it anymore. You don't get to keep it.
okay, fine. You can be buried with this, but you're also getting buried in that
I don't want
sweater.
to be fine. All right.
Okay.
We knit glows with the flows. Glow with the flows. Not glows with them.
Glows with the flows.
Glow with the flows. We knit these, but you knit yours first.
Yeah, I knit mine like a couple months after the pattern came out, and my family laughed at me and said that's
No,
ugliest
that's
forever.
not. Oh, your family.
My
But
family.
when that sweater came out, I literally screenshot it and sent it to Stephanie, and I was like, Stephen West designed a sweater just for you.
He did. I love this sweater so much. It is amazing. It's so comfortable. It's so warm. And when I finished, my daughter and husband were like, all right, that's not that bad. And I wear this one a lot.
I love the navy blue. Now, when you got this yarn for your birthday?
For Christmas, for the sweater.
Christmas for this sweater. Did it come with the navy blue, or did you just add that?
No, I added the navy. I picked the navy blue to go with it.
And this is Salty Tails, is that right? No.
No, it's Hedgehog Fibers, not Salty Tails.
No, because it's got yellow.
I can't remember.
I love
But
it.
I love
And the
it.
mohair is the same color,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Mhm. I'm not sure. I
That's
mean,
an
if you really want to know, I guess you can message me on Instagram.
That's an expensive sweater.
It was my Christmas gift, was the yarn. But
I
love it.
DIY
It's-
Christmas gift.
Right? You know what? I was so happy because they were like, that's ugly. And I'm like, it is not.
Yeah, they thought it was ugly, but they still bought you the yarn for it.
Yeah. And then the whole time they kept telling me how bad it was going to be, but in their face, it's great.
In their face. It is great.
So
It is a very
I never
useful-
blocked it or anything. But
No, it doesn't need it.
No, it doesn't. But
It looks good.
it's super warm. I
So-
love it. You made one.
I made one too, but I made one for an advent.
I like
And
the
mine-
neckline on.
Why is my neckline so huge?
You're
Yeah, okay, so I made mine with an advent. This was the Hannah Made It advent. And I actually wear this quite a bit. Just around the house. I did wear it to the school bus stop once because I was wearing it in the morning because it was cold and I forgot I was wearing it. And I went up to the bus stop and the other parents were there and I was like, what's up? So, and I used some Hannah Made It DK for the cuff. And, does yours have a butt flap or did you not do the butt flap? So
No,
mine-
I knit mine the same length.
I like this because I wear it with leggings a lot and it kind of covers my butt a little more, but the front of it isn't done in black, so it looks like that. And what does mine look like on compared to yours?
I don't know. And yeah, I didn't use DK. Mine's my ribbing, my contrast is all worsted. It's Malabrigo.
I put it on backwards.
I think
You
it
know, I've been
calls-
doing that lately. Just everything I put on is backwards. I don't know why. Okay, all right, there we go.
No, now that's backwards.
I don't know. It didn't fit right when I had
Because
it
the
on.
pink is
I was thinking,
back, right?
Okay. Look at
Yeah.
Rebecca not knowing how to wear clothes. Okay, so I think that mine is larger than yours in the neck,
Yeah.
but I also messed up. So But I did an advent. Smells weird. I used leftover scraps of my mohair. And I did gray. And I don't know. I don't know how to wear it, obviously. But I like the way it turned out. I think it's really cute. Yeah, it was an advent project for me. No regrets. No regrets.
Right? It's a great sweater.
This
picture is not, does look a little, the pattern picture is, it makes
it looks good. It's great. It looks exactly like that. It looks really good.
Yeah. Well, I would say the pattern picture does, I think it's bigger on the,
it looks good. Whatever. On the model, like
on the model.
More ease.
Yeah, but I mean, this thing is,
it looks really good. I love it, and you should be proud of it.
I am. I wear it. I wear this one out a lot.
And then we have, do you want to do, which mystery knit along do you want to do?
Should we do this
extra
awful
time?
thing?
We hated this.
So bad. I didn't finish this one till like 2 years later.
But you finished.
I finished, yeah. I made the large size. I finished.
I did black, white, and pink. Like anybody is surprised. I know we've shown this on.
We have. We've talked about it before. It's.
I cast this on, I think like 18 times. I cried because I didn't realize that it was supposed to be the syncopated brioche, and I couldn't figure out why my brioche wasn't lining up, and I got so frustrated that like I almost quit. So
it's just
what I didn't like about knitting this, and one of the reasons why I'd never knit it again, is because you had to do like these, did it once and then knit it again. Like the sides were done at the same time, and it was just a lot. I did like the waves right here.
Yeah.
And I like the bottom, the bubble bottom. Not bubble bottom. I did like that. I thought it came out really good.
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice size too.
Oh, I love the size.
But yeah, knitting it was.
It's just that like once I realized that it kind of looked like a pap smear, I couldn't unsee it.
Yeah, and I can't wear it. I can't wear it without thinking about a pap smear.
And I think you guys, if you followed me on Instagram at the time, probably remember the drama where Molly was like younger and she kept cutting my mohair. She was cutting these holes in it, and it was so bad. And I had to keep sewing it up. So some spots are like thicker than others. But
and then he called like this section kitty paws, and I'm like,
oh,
I don't like
cats.
I don't like cats, and the whole time I'm just like, nah.
I know.
I hate cats.
I hear cats the entire time, and I don't like them.
It's
I like
cats
cat
and
once,
pap
but
smears, and you know, it just. I didn't know.
But I felt really bad for people who bought the kit that was like fleshy colors, because it legit looked like a woman with her legs spread wide open, waiting to be speculated. I know that's not even what that word means, but
I know, but
okay. And then we did Starflake.
This one I like.
I did like.
I like this one. I knit mine out of Dragon Horde. I don't remember the colorways, but mine's done in Dragon Horde yarn.
It looks really good.
Yeah, I really liked this one.
It looks really good. Yours looks.
Why do I knit so much purple?
So much what?
Purple. This one.
I don't know, but her purple is glittery too.
Yeah, it's sparkle yarn.
You probably can't tell, but I think it's gorgeous.
Thank you. I'm really happy with this.
You should be.
I liked this one.
This is mine. It looks vintage. The colors made it look a little vintagey. But I don't hate it. I had this vision of like a berry with a pink, and I think my colors were just off slightly than what I wanted.
It looks good though.
One thing I didn't like about the shawl was the yardage, where you had to buy 2 skeins of 2 colors, and I barely broke into my second color.
Oh, yeah.
And that was kind of annoying.
The second skein, you mean?
Yeah, I barely broke into the second skein, and so then I was just like, that was expensive.
It was, because he called for 4 skeins, and like, but you barely needed the last 2.
I think one of them I didn't even use. The light pink one I didn't even use. And this shawl's kind of small.
It's kind of small, but, and like, I have a hard time wearing it because like the whole clone thing, right? Like, I love the shawl, but I just feel like the stars I can't wear it like how I normally wear shawls.
Yeah, you gotta kind of pull it up a little bit.
Yeah,
I think it's not bad. I enjoyed knitting it.
Yeah.
A lot. So there's that.
I enjoyed making it. I think it's really pretty.
And I've liked most people's that I've seen. In fact, I like this so much, I've been thinking about knitting the star blanket. Where it's just this, but in a giant circle. In DK weight yarn.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it. It's just I don't have the yarn for it. And I don't want to do a scrappy version. I like it. It looks really good.
Yeah.
And that was a Mr. Knit Along, if we didn't say that. Okay, and then we have... Do you have anything else besides
just
this?
I have my whip. I haven't finished that.
Oh, you haven't finished it? That's right. So this is my shawlography. People have probably seen this because it got a ton of likes on Instagram, and I think I showed it actually last podcast. So there's my shawlography. I used minis by Skein Cocaine. It didn't call for minis. I just hoped for the best, that it would all work out.
And it did. It worked out great.
And it did work out really great. And yeah, there you go. But I won't spend a lot of time on it because y'all should have watched last month. If you didn't, that's on you. Let's see yours.
Here's mine.
Love.
I went with blue and black.
And it looks amazing.
Yeah, I really like it. I did not enjoy knitting it, but I like it. I think it's coming out great. I kept up for all every week, every clue, and then the last clue dropped, and I don't like knitting the border.
I think it's so fun. I loved knitting the border.
I don't like knitting it. It's so boring, but I like the way it looks.
Well, okay, but I think that the reason I like knitting my border so much is because I was using the minis, and each one was like different, and it was really exciting to get to the next one.
Yeah, mine is... I don't like knitting. I need to finish it. I need to just...
I think you should do it. Like, it's not that bad for TV knitting, right?
No, it's not that bad.
I just don't like and I said this before, this little shrimp.
Yeah, I don't like the little shrimp. The shrimp is weird. And I don't like doing welts, and there's welts. I liked the baubles. Those were
The baubles
fun.
were fun. I liked the
Those
baubles.
were fun.
I didn't like knitting this because he said something about Art Deco, and I don't like Art Deco. And as soon as he said that, it was over for me.
I didn't even knit mine in the right order.
Maybe
I did.
I don't think I did.
I did, but I wish I didn't. See, we're back to that again. I wish... So yeah, kind of Art Deco. I don't like the little shrimpy things. I don't... You know what? There's just a lot here I don't like, but I want the shawl, and I will finish it. Hopefully before the next. I have September. This is my September plan.
I love doing the Mr. Knit Alongs by Stephen West. I don't care if I don't like them, and I don't care if my colors are bad, and I don't care if it's ugly, and I don't care if it's shrimp, and I don't care if there's kitty paws. I will never get tired of it. I'll never get bored of it. I love it.
I do too. I'm gonna do the next one. I'm gonna do
100%.
it. I want to do like dark greens because I feel like that's what's missing from my shawls. I don't have any dark green. I just have one neon green.
I love Stephen West Mr. Knit Along so much that I get worried about dying in a car accident during October because I'm like, oh my god, what if I don't get to see the end? It's important.
It is important. You have to know how it ends.
I have to know how it ends. It's very important to know that.
So yeah, there's that. I'm happy with my color choices. I like the way it looks. It's just boring.
Are you done now? That came out rude. Am
I done now? Wow.
Are you done now? We're tired of looking at your Stephen West projects.
I'm tired of looking at your face, but here we are.
Well, don't look at it. Look up there, see? Then you don't have to see me. It's hard because I want to look at your projects and talk about your projects too. Okay, so I am knitting. I'm in the middle of this, literally. I'm knitting the Brioche Bolero. And the reason I'm knitting this project is because I feel bad for it. Every time I look at Stephen West's patterns and I sort them by most popular, the Brioche Bolero is always at the bottom. But I think that this pattern doesn't get the love it deserves because of the editing choices of the photos. Okay, because check this out. I've knit halfway. I just have to knit again. Okay, and obviously this is pretty scrappy, but like, look how cute this is. And then you knit it, and then you can like take these and like tie them together in the front. Like, how cute is that?
That's cute.
Right, and he didn't do that. He like did this weaving thing. And it looked weird, but when I looked at other people's projects, they had, like, they tied it together with these two things in the front.
Okay, that's cute.
Right, exactly. And it's all brioche. And, oh, and you're not supposed to have a ribbing here. The pattern calls for a 2-color brioche or a 2-color cast on. And you know how many times I tried that and then gave up? A million. So I just put on a little cuff on it, and I think that's cute. Kind of like prevents it from being kind of clowny.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy with that, and I've just been using scraps. And so I'm thinking I did gray and reds and purples, and then obviously blue, but I'm thinking about doing like greens on the other side, or maybe purple on the other side, and then making this part green.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like different colors, because it's not going to match because I'm kind of going through my stash. But I think this is cute, right?
Yeah.
It has potential, and I think everybody should make a brioche bolero because it's cute. And then you like sew it together in the back.
That's cute.
So this actually isn't even on the needles. It's just
you gotta knit the other side.
You gotta knit the other side, and it actually went really fast. I dropped a couple stitches under the armpit, but I just dealt with it. I thought it was really fun and really cute. And knitting these like tabs is actually super cute and fun because you just knit them both at the same time. You just go around the whole thing.
Yeah, it's mostly in the round, so it's...
And it's mostly in the... which I hate because I don't like purling.
That's true.
I don't like purling in brioche. I messed it up a million times and I didn't care. I think it's still so fun and I think people should knit it. I want this pattern to get the love it deserves. Because I feel bad for it. I don't feel bad for Stephen West for knitting a pattern and then nobody bought it. Nobody, you know, it's a paid for pattern. But I felt bad for the inanimate idea of the pattern. So I cast one on. And then I cast on a Amazing Technicolor Dream sweater.
I started that. It's about that far.
I think I'm at the point where I have to like cast on the body. I did get bored of the seed stitch and I put in some ribbing, but honestly, so did he.
It's true, he did.
He's got ribbing on his too. So, but I kind of had this vision of like pastels, Elsa, Frozen, Ice Queen vibes. So I did a lot of blues. And
yeah, I started that with an advent and I liked how the sleeve and everything went. And then the second color, I was like, not feeling it.
This is kind of...
Is that your project bag?
It is, actually, because you know why? Because Stephen West uses baskets. And I wanted to be like him, but I'm poor. So those are my
basket
baskets.
on a budget.
It's a basket on a budget because your girl is not rich. Okay, and then I have one last Stephen West work in progress that my great-grandchildren will have to learn how to knit and finish. I don't know what that is. Oh, yeah, it's directions. Okay, this is my 2 sweaters that I'm unwinding. You don't have to undo your sweaters.
You can just knit from.
You just knit. Oh, this one's it.
They're sweater blanks.
They're sweater blanks. Right, exactly. This was the first sweater I actually cast on. This is a funny story. This is the featherweight, but I did it in fingering weight because I didn't know anything about anything. This was like 11 years ago. And then
It's pretty yarn.
I had this all done. Like the ribbing was all done and everything. And when I tried to make the sleeves, I didn't know you were supposed to pick up these stitches right here. So I pick up the sleeves and I'd start knitting, but I had these giant holes in the armpits. And I went to the yarn store, which is no longer in business. And I was like, I don't know what to do with my sweater. I bought the yarn there, right? And I was like, I don't know what to do with my sweater because I have these holes. And they were like, that happens. And I was like, well, I don't know how to fix it. And they're like, well, it happens. And I was like, okay, but I just have holes in my armpits. And they're like, yep. And I didn't know what to do. And because they were really small too, because I was missing now like 2 inches. And I didn't know what to do, so I just quit. Ripped it out. Like started ripping it out, took the needles out and everything. Because I didn't know what to do. And I didn't know how to I didn't know about lifelines, obviously. So I just stopped making it. And it was pretty discouraging and sad because I was like, well, I can't make sweaters. I don't know how because I have holes in my armpits. Sew it up, Rebecca. I don't know, pick up the stitches in the arm. Like, I feel like there were some things they could have said.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not their fault. But on the other hand, I feel like yarn stores should have employees, as you was the owner, that know how to knit a sweater. Basic sweater. I hate going to the yarn store. I hate going to yarn stores because I consider myself a fairly decent knitter. Obviously not at the time. But I'll be like, yeah, I'm going to knit something. And they'll be like, or buy some yarn. And they'll be like, oh, what are you going to buy? what are you gonna make? And I'm like, I don't know. And then they're like, oh, here, you should knit this garter scarf that I designed. And then you can't say like, I would never make that. That's absolutely hideous. You have to be like, oh yeah, that's cool. I might,
Yeah.
It's a garter scarf, man. I'm a better knitter than you. That's mean. That's mean.
You know
anyway.
what though? Never mind. Say facts, man. That's why I drive 20 minutes further. 30 minutes down to Chehalis.
I love the
I
Chehalis
would
store.
say it's about 30 minutes. They're so nice. They don't.
So nice.
I'm like, but the one local to me, I'm like, I'm a better knitter.
Should I tell my blazing needle story?
That's so weird. Because I went there before and they were nice.
Okay, so I'm not these are my sweater blanks.
Okay. Oh yeah. Sorry.
And I have 3 skeins of this, and I was gonna make a cardigan, but I didn't finish, obviously. But I bought this yarn after there was some kind of like tragedy in our family, and I didn't want it to like always make me sad.
That's fair.
So I'm knitting the brioche chevron wrap. Let me complain about this. I want to do all blues. This is done on size 4 needles, and it takes me about 2.5 to 3 hours to knit 1 repeat. Because there's so many stitches and there's so much increases and decreases to remember. And will I ever finish this? I don't know. It takes so long. I actually worked on it the other day and I got a couple repeats in. This has been on my needles forever and I want it so bad, but if I had to do it over again, I would do less repeats on bigger needles. Should I just rip it out, cut it out, and like
you should cut it out
and do like a size 6s and less repeats?
Yep.
He does have a scarf, the brioche chevron scarf, which is the same thing on bigger needles. But then I don't want to buy that pattern. Sorry, Steven. It's the same thing. It's just bigger needles and like figure that out I can't. Better buy the pattern.
We're just all like, we're a better knitter than that. Better knitter than you. Wait, I can't make it.
It shouldn't be so mean. Anyway, I went to Blaze and Needles and they were really not friendly at all. I walked in there and I was wearing my thigh lighters, but I didn't walk in there like, hey guys, look at my thigh lighters, because I'm actually really shy in person. And so I just walked in there and no acknowledgement whatsoever. They didn't even make eye contact. And I'm like, okay. I walked in there with my daughter, and my daughter knits too. No eye contact. None. They did not care that I was there. There was an employee there that did not acknowledge our existence, even when my daughter asked a question. It was so horrible. And we were carrying around armfuls of yarn. Like, because we were like, oh, let's do this project. And we're talking to each other about knitting and the projects we're going to do, and we have armfuls of yarn. And so obviously we're customers. Obviously we're not there just to meander. And they did not care at all that we existed there. And the customers there also were not. Nobody was like, hey. Of course, I wasn't like, hey either, but I'm really shy. And I felt like as a store owner, you should at least say hi to me. Make eye contact and smile. Something. And so we just ended up setting down the yarn by the door and walking away. And then I called them out on Instagram and I was like, yeah, they suck, and tagged them in it. And I was like, they didn't say hi to me, but I'll say hi to them. What's up? They didn't see my stories, which was depressing. Then I felt like reposting them, but I was like, well, everybody heard my Blazing Needle story. And then we went to Seed Stitch Yarn in Bountiful, Utah, and they were delightful. And we bought a ton of yarn. We bought maybe, I don't know, 12 skeins of yarn, 15 skeins of hand-dyed yarn.
I feel like you're like Pretty Woman. Like,
yeah, somebody was like, that's a real Pretty Woman moment. Yeah, because we bought a ton of yarn. Oh, I bought you a skein of yarn.
Huge. Yeah.
From there. That's a local dyer from Salt Lake.
It's really pretty.
Very neon speckles. What is that? Llama Lovejoy?
Yeah, Llama Lovejoy. It's $75.25. It's called Supernova.
But I saw the neon speckles and I was like, you know who likes neon? Stephanie.
Me. I love it.
I bought this for her for watching my dog.
Wait,
we were gone. I don't know, I thought it was fun. Okay,
It's
that's
cute.
just one of the many things I bought. We've spent so much money there. So yeah,
It's
Blazing
vacation.
Needles, suck it. Could have got all our money, but we spent it in Seed Stitch instead, and I don't regret it because they're absolutely delightful and nice.
Big mistake. Huge.
Huge mistake.
Huge.
Huge mistake. You should have known better.
Yeah.
Anyway. I felt like they weren't very nice, which is really sad because actually a couple people recommended them as far as like, oh, this is a nice shop to go to. And they were really small and the store was laid out weird and it was dark and they didn't have very much yarn.
which is weird because when I went there, they were really nice. I talked about them before on the podcast, but yeah, won't be going back there, I guess. But they have tons of yarn upstairs. They have sweater quantities of everything they have.
They had literally like some kind of sign or something that said employees only.
Yeah, you can't go up there, but if you were like, I want a sweater quantity of this, they will go in the back and get it. They have sweater quantities, which I wish more yarn stores did, because I like to knit sweaters, and it's hard to like order online and hope that you're getting the color you want, or to find coordinating like hand-dyed yarn and all of that. So I like that they have sweater quantities, but since they didn't talk to you, you wouldn't know that. They have sweater quantities of everything they have there.
How would I know that?
Right? You wouldn't.
How would I know? Like,
yeah.
We were carrying yarn around. We were there a while. We were probably there like 20, 30 minutes. And that's the thing. We didn't just pop in, grab some yarn, and then complain that they weren't nice. But I've heard bad things about them too. After I posted that stories, I had a ton of people message me and say they're terrible.
Oh. It's been years.
I don't like dragging stores, but you know what? If the shoe fits, wear it. They were not friendly. That's okay, because I'm really glad that happened, actually, because then I got to go to Seed Stitch in Bountiful, and it was wonderful. So, there. Eat it, nerds. What? I don't care.
No, I don't care.
So those are
it's not my story, not a fit of me.
Those are my Stephen West projects. I want to cast on a garter squish, the blanket, and it's just a free pattern, and you cast on yarn, and you knit, and it's garter stitch with I-cord edging, and it's a free pattern, and it was like one of his very first designs. But I was like looking at the comments, people were rude about it. They're like, oh, thank you, Stephen West, for designing a garter stitch blanket. This was before Ravelry was really a thing, and it's free. It's not like he's charging you $6 for a garter stitch blanket. Right. It's on a size 15 needles, and
isn't it like worse than hell double?
It's like it is. But I think I'm gonna do 4 strands of fingering instead.
Oh.
And just make it scrappy and try to get through my scraps.
That'd be cute.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing it.
You should do it.
Just for all the nerds who were like, Stephen West, this is stupid. Like, okay, where's your sweater? Where's your blanket design? I don't know. I don't care how ugly something is or how basic something is, or if somebody's selling a garter stitch pattern for $15, I would not go on their design page and be like, this is stupid. Even if, I wouldn't do that. It's not kind. No. I would just not knit it and not buy it, and probably screenshot it and send it to Stephanie and be like, look at this person who's out of their damn mind. This is ugly. Yeah. I think we do that.
We do.
But we don't publicize.
We don't publicly do it. We just do it.
Right? That's why we're mean girls.
We're mean. Right? We talk smack. I don't know.
Talk smack about if the pattern's ugly, it's ugly.
I know. Yeah.
I don't know, but I wouldn't say that.
Right.
To their faces. That's so rude.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So yeah, that's all of our Westknits stuff. Like, I had the bubble cardigan, but honestly, I won't be finishing that, so there's no point in even showing that.
We decided to do this because Stephanie didn't have a lot to show, because she sucks at knitting.
I do. I suck.
But you did knit one thing. We'll do one Stephen West thing, or non-Stephen West.
I have some non-Stephen West stuff. I brought my whip, what I'm currently making, and then my most recent FO.
Well, if they've held on this long, they're probably interested.
Okay. Oh, because you're just working on Westknits. So
yeah, if you were only here for the Westknits, well, bye.
Yeah. So, I am knitting a sweater.
Oh, yeah.
See, look, it's a sweater, guys. I don't know.
Are you actually knitting it, or did you start?
It's an Easy V.
I love that pattern so much.
I love this neckline.
That's what I love about it. If I made this, I wouldn't do the color work. I'm just saying, I wouldn't.
Yeah. So this is, the blue is deep old stash. I bought it in Rhinebeck. It's Miss Babs DK Wowza. And
I used mine to make a bear hoodie.
I know, your bear hoodie turned out so cute. And then the color work is, I don't have any of the bands. The color work is that one yarn. Spin Cycle. There you go. But I really love the neckline.
It looks really good. I love the neckline.
So this is...
I feel like the neckline is like true to the pictures, because it looks kind of small right there.
It is, but it's ribbing. So hers is like clearly blocked out like this. Okay. So, oh, that's the back.
I got screwed by the Soldotna. I will never forgive her for that.
Yeah, and no, I don't think anybody is ever gonna forgive her for the Sultana. But so her, when you stretch it out like hers is, right now it's 1 by 1 ribbed.
Yeah, it looks really beautiful.
So I'm knitting this. Is my current.
I've never touched. Ooh,
I love knitting color work with it.
it's rustic. It's not ew. It's just very different than the softness. I expected it to be softer, considering you're using such a soft yarn there.
No,
but it's kind of stiff. Did you go up a needle size? You should.
No, I didn't go up a needle size. Spin cycle is I've never knit with it before because it's like I said, it was my birthday yarn. It's pretty rough.
It's softer in the thing. You just knit it too tight.
Okay, well, I'm happy with it.
As you should be. It's very nice. Does it fit you?
I haven't tried it on.
Oh.
My floats.
You might want to do
the
that.
color work. God, I hate you. So the color work, I love doing the color work in that.
It looks like it'll fit you. It's stretchy.
Yeah, it's. God. I'm sure it will be fine. I did a gauge swatch.
Oh.
I'm not sure how gauge works really, but here we go. I'm sure it'll be fine.
It looks like it'll be fine.
Because,
it'll be okay.
or it won't. I don't know.
You should try it on.
No, because I'm too lazy for that.
Oh, okay.
Because then I gotta take it off the needles. It's a whole thing. I'm almost done with the body.
Really?
Well,
Is it cropped?
no.
Oh.
I was just thinking positive.
Oh.
It's, I gotta waste. Okay, I'm a third of the way done with the body.
Is there increases and decreases, or
It's just plain stockinette,
Oh, okay.
which is why it's going kind of slow. Like, I knit the yoke in like less than a week, and that's probably about a good 3 or 4 weeks worth of body knitting.
Nice. I started this bag like 2 years ago, and I gave up on the body. It's awful.
Bodies are.
I'm not even doing the cable. It's just stockinette, and I'm like, eh.
Yeah, it turns out I don't like.
See,
knitting.
this is why pants are such a good knit, because you knit the yoke and then you just knit the sleeves and you're done.
Well, maybe I need to knit pants. I don't know. Okay, anyways, this is the Easy V. We will find out. Stay tuned on whether or not this fits Stephanie. Go eat some cookies.
It's fine. It'll be fine.
No, it won't.
What else did you bring?
I just bought a sock.
You brought the yellow sweater. No one wants to see your sock.
I don't know.
Anyway, I guess I'll talk while
Yeah,
Stephanie's
you
gone.
talk.
I have nothing to talk about when you're here. I always feel like kind of a potato.
You are a potato.
I know. Okay, I love this.
Okay. I love this so much.
You know,
This is also Caitlin Hunter.
Stephen West has a sweater like this, but it's called Dustland.
I know. I want to knit that one too.
This looks good. I like this.
This is Frank Ochre and the Malabrigo Rios.
Oh, it's such a good color. What's the name of the sweater? Caitlin Hunter, right?
It's Caitlin Hunter. Yeah, it's one of her newer ones. It came out in
Oh, it looks so good.
May. But you guys,
It looks amazing. I love it.
I love it. I love the drape. I love everything about this. I finished it in the beginning of June, so it's too
looks so good on
warm
you.
to wear it. But
Just
I
in
will
time for
wear.
summer.
I know, just but I will wear this a lot this
Yeah,
winter and fall.
it looks so good.
So, and I love a circular yoke.
Did you find that all that texture was fun?
No, I didn't like doing it.
I thought you were gonna say yes. That's why I asked. I was trying to come up with something positive to say.
Because it's slip stitches. The yarn is just slipped
Yeah, I like
And-
it though. It looked
in
really
front.
good.
It looks good. I love it.
It was worth the effort.
It was worth the effort. I just don't like doing slip stitches. So I did not, and I don't like cabling. And this was cables
I love
and slip
cabling.
stitches.
Do you cable around a needle or do you use a needle?
I use a needle.
Yeah, well, that's why you hate it.
I've tried without a needle. I don't like doing that either. I don't like cabling.
Okay.
I like lace. I like brioche. I like color work. I don't like
That's legit.
cabling, and I don't like slip stitches. My hair. Whew. But so this is my most recent FO that I finished.
Looks
in
really
June.
good.
Thanks. I'm pretty happy with it.
We had to turn the air conditioning off in this room for this. Otherwise it would have been loud.
No, yeah, it's fine. So yeah, that's that. And now I really want to make an amazing Technicolor dream coat.
What's the sweater? Or what's the yarn that you have over there that's neon? I haven't seen this before.
Okay, my sister-in-law got this for me, and I just love it.
That's gorgeous. It's very you. Look at those two things together.
I know. Like,
people know you.
maybe I just need like a neon Amazing Technicolor dream coat.
Oh yeah, that'd be so cute.
So I really want to do that.
Let's see this.
Like how
Neon
great.
Dream. Look how great that is. Oh.
So that's Weird Sisters yarn. I've never used theirs, but
She uses it a lot.
she uses it a lot, and I was like, oh my god, look at that yellow.
Look at this label.
Yeah.
It says nostalgia. Oh, maybe I should hold it up to here.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking
I love it.
about doing, like a bright, like pink and white and yellow.
It's gonna look so good, and
Maybe-
then
maybe
I have
think
like
about
this
doing
icy frozen thing going on.
So, but I don't think so. Amazing Technicolor sweater, like you do like half and half, and you sew up the front. I don't think I'm gonna sew up the front. I think I'm gonna leave it like a jacket.
I love that.
So
I love
that's
that. I think
kind of
that'll
my
look good.
plan. That's future knitting plans. Is to like do a bright Amazing Technicolor
Okay.
dream sweater.
Also, if you're watching still,
Good on you.
good for you. But recommend me a tutorial for cutting in a heel. I need to know that because I have socks that I need to cut in the heel, and I'm very scared to do it. They were Advent socks, my Joe Dirt Advent socks, and I want to show them, but I need to learn how to cut in a heel.
Didn't isn't there
scared.
like a didn't Kirby Werby?
I need to know the best one. Have you done it?
No, but I've heard.
I need to know one that somebody followed and it was good. I have a pattern called Snip and Snap socks.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm
scared. Scared. It'll probably be okay,
I
right?
just,
But
like,
it's
cut my knitting all the time.
I've ruined my knitting doing dumber things.
Yeah, like super glue and hot glue.
I didn't ruin my knitting with hot glue. It actually looks fantastic. Thank you.
It does.
Hot glue your knits. That's my advice.
You know what? Just live life on the edge. Do what you want.
Actually, super gluing didn't work very well. Hot glue would have worked better.
I don't know.
Do I have the acquisitions? No.
I don't know. This is it.
Oh, I do.
Like,
I just bought a ton of yarn from Seed Stitch.
This is all I have, and they were gifts from my sisters.
Yay.
But I also want to do it for a dream
What'd you
coat.
get that yarn for your birthday?
What? The one from Heather?
Yeah.
No, she just brought it over the other day and was like, I bought this for you, and I don't remember why, so here you go. I was like, sweet.
You know what you got
I
for
love
your birthday,
surprise
though? Is your Sam Barsky sweater.
I know. I thought about wearing that for the podcast, but then I was like, I'm gonna have to be like, what if I put on my Westknits, which I did.
Yeah. See, that's kind of my thing, too.
So I was like, I'll wear it plain.
I bought her a Sam Barsky's mermaid printed shirt.
I know. Next time.
Have you ever worn
I'll
it?
wear it. I just, no. Because I feel
Love
like
it
I need
so much.
I
It
do.
needs to be kept pristine, and I can never retrieve it from the back of my closet where it's being kept safe from UV
I was gonna wear it
rays.
today. I feel like I need something to wear it to.
It's actually really high quality.
It is.
Like
It's
the
really
printing
nice.
is really nice. Sam Barsky's.
I'll wear it next time. I was gonna wear it today.
I think you should get Zoe that Sam Barsky video about
Well,
back to school.
Back to school. Good luck.
I would get it for my kids, but they don't know who he is.
I don't know if Zoe knows who he is,
Oh.
but it's still be funny and I would laugh. So there's that.
I would love it if somebody. My birthday's coming up. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Okay. We should end this.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
Thanks for liking and subscribing. Smash that subscribe button. That's what you have to say. My kids watch YouTube videos, and that's what they say now.
So smash the subscribe. We will be back soon.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it a priority to do this.
I drove all the way out here for this
I
because
know.
you told me this time.
She was jealous I did it on my own. Did you watch my podcast when I did it on my own?
Sure did.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, it should be.
It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
fine.
There were some things in there that I was like, oh, cringe, but too late now.
Yeah. No, I watched it because I was coming to do this podcast, so I can't be like, oh yeah, what'd you talk about last time? I have no idea.
I wouldn't have watched it. I didn't watch it. I just uploaded it and hope for the best.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Okay, goodbye.
bye.